the match with Daniel Worthy right hand was like a last minute throw in. So it's on my not so great hand. So I don't even care. I mean, I'm going to give him all, don't get me wrong, but all my stock is in my left arm against Rush Shredder. If I can beat him, then hopefully I can crack back into the top 20 in the hook rankings.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How do you feel about? Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying you've pulled with Russ before left-handed, correct?
I've never pulled with him. Actually, there's been tournaments in the past. We were both there, but I never got to pull him. So
interesting.
It's weird. So I mean, yeah, this is the first time we're gonna actually meet on the table. So I know he's been watching stuff, footage of me. I've been doing the same thing of him, and so we're just gonna go ahead and make it happen. But I will say this though, it's very hard to get my mind right because Russ is a good guy, awesome family man, awesome husband and stuff. It's just a good all-around guy, a strong guy at that. And it makes it real difficult to get my mind to where I got to beat this guy. But I did ask for this match because I want to know, just from my personal opinion, can I hang with somebody like him? Now, talking to him earlier in the week, he was just over 250, and I am 232 pounds. So,
it's a big boy.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, we are live. It took a little bit to kind of confirm that, but welcome everyone to the Armwrestling Callout #1. So this show is basically going to be, it's got two purposes. One, we're calling out to everybody in the community, whoever wants to get on here and chat about arm wrestling. As it grows, we'll see how many people we can fit in here and just feel it out. So all I figure is first come, first serve, however many we can fit for coherent conversation. And yeah, we've already got some interesting people in here. The other purpose to this show is anybody that wants to come on and call out an opponent, this is the spot to do it. So if you want to make a public call out to anybody, you don't have to do that to come on here. You can just chat arm wrestling, but if there's somebody in particular you want to call out, do it here. Just go big and shake things up. So that said, with us as always, we have Mr. Josh Edwards from Nowhere to Run Arm Wrestling. We've got Big Alan Hodsey in here in the chat, and he's got some really cool technology over there. Move to your left and move to your right. See if you, there it goes. Yeah. He needs to teach us his sorcery so we can.
It's called spending money and buying.
Oh, okay.
Expensive cameras.
We got Austin Jennings over there getting those gains and trying to psychologically intimidate Gabriel Young for their match coming up. What's up,
I've already done it. The psychological warfare is done.
It's done. It's over.
No, it's done. He's screwed, man. He left all the group chats I was in. It's done.
And
bullying Gabe over there.
Yeah, I bullied Gabe.
And we've got John in here as well from Arizona. John, tell me your last name one more time so I can make it stick.
Belak.
Belak.
Yeah.
Where is that name from?
It's Slovenian.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So,
it has nothing
what
to do
happened?
with
You weren't good enough to be ALAC?
Yeah. No, it has nothing to do with my ethnicity. My dad was adopted into that name. I'm actually Puerto Rican.
Right on.
There you go.
And you got a bunch of beasts out there in Arizona. You've got your own YouTube show. You want to plug that a little bit so people can go check that out?
Yeah, so this is the icon called the Armtillery, the Arizona Armtillery. Realistically, it was just me getting started in documenting my journey. But the more the Arizona group grew, the more it turned into be more of a showcase and kind of a deep dive into the things that happen here in Arizona, whether it's big practices, super match events, podcasts, live, kind of like what you guys do. But overall, just anything that's happening in Arizona, I just like to document it all, and it's really getting a lot bigger now. I'll tell you that.
Very cool. Yeah.
So thank you guys for having me on here, by the way. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Arizona, Tim, you guys have some big stuff coming up over there July 15th, right?
Yes, we do.
Mr. Tim Talmadge is in the conversation here.
You want
tell us
to
about
tell
it.
us a little bit about that, so everybody listening and watching can know what's coming up?
Yeah. July 15th, Arizona State Championships. Running a little bit of different format now. I like trying new stuff. And so we kind of talked about it in a little group and it intrigued me, but we're going to run the normal amateurs to a champion, masters to a champion, ladies to a champion, and then the pros, we're going to do left and right to a top 2 will be the finals. We'll take like an hour or so break, and then we'll run like a YouTube pay-per-view for the finals, and it'll be a best 2 out of 3 super match.
Awesome.
Sweet.
And it looked like the flyer that I seen the other day, it looked like you guys have some big names that are showing up that are part of the tournament. Is that right?
Yeah, and so I normally do super matches, and so I'm again doing a different format. I'm doing no super matches. If we do super matches, it will be a Friday night weigh-in super matches. But all those guys are pulling all their weight classes and more, and there's many more people. I just got confirmation after I posted that flyer. I woke up with like 26 messages this morning. Mario and another guy's coming from Australia. Some guys are coming from BC, Canada. The brothers are coming from Mexico.
Woo!
That's always fun.
Fucking
Dallas
Hulk brothers? These guys
Yeah,
are scary.
Dallas Langston's coming. Adam Rosensky's bringing all 8 of his guys from his group, including Chad Silvers. It's looking like what's his name? Dalton Duncan and Justin Bishop might be coming. So it's going to be a pretty badass tournament.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Colorado and Leanne and them, Tim?
They're coming.
Hell yeah.
I've seen
They're
Argo,
all coming.
I believe, Sandris. There was a couple of other people, but yeah, it looked like it was definitely pretty stacked as far as the people.
The date on this is July.
July
what was it?
15th.
July
15th.
15th. That's perfect too.
Yeah.
I'll
Tim, you gonna
definitely
let me?
get out to that.
Tim, you gonna let me ref it?
Yeah, you'll be one of the down reps.
Let's go.
I got the head reps already set. We're going to run 4 tables. I got
Oh, 4 tables. It's glorious.
I
Hey, guys,
got
I'm gonna
Luke
jump off for a
Polster as
sec.
one head
My
rep.
food's getting cold.
I can't hear. I think I lost.
I'm gonna jump off for a sec. My food's getting cold, but let me know if someone tries to call me out. I'll be right back.
All right, Jody.
No, so I was saying I got Luke Polster as a head ref, Bill and Pat Onifray from St. Louis, and then I got one of the Lothian referees coming over, who's the head ref for East versus West, and he's a master ref for WAF Worlds.
Oh, how cool.
Yep.
Right on. Yeah, that sounds really cool. It's a good date. It's nice and spread out from a lot of the events that are going on, at least on this end of town. So hopefully a lot of us Alpha Empire and California people will be getting out there.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm thinking I'm gonna probably do either a group, probably a group or state trophy. Whoever has like the most points, I'll do a point system.
Yeah.
Give away that, because I know like Robbie Topi in Idaho's coming, Washington's coming, Oregon's coming. I'm sure California, Arizona. Now we got
Utah.
South Carolina. So
Utah will
everybody's-
probably come.
yeah, Utah. So I'm gonna do like some sort of state award too.
Right on. And I'm assuming that you're going to be reffing as well, Tim.
I normally don't ref my events because I have so much other shit to do during it.
Okay.
But I'll step in if needed. I probably won't ref. No. I got some of the best referees coming, so there's no need for me to ref.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull up the event here. Do you guys want to talk about any of those matchups at all? Because it sounds like there's some pretty cool super matches for this.
For where?
Is it just a tournament or is there super matches too? It looked like on the card that there
It's
was
just tournament.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, so
Although-
I was going
There's
to
just
say
a bunch of heavy hitters coming out for it then, huh?
yeah,
Yep.
and it plays into the tournament style. So if the top two in the weight class make it to the finals, those finals end up looking like a super match. And based on the who's who of who's coming, I mean, it's probably going to end up being. No, I don't want to say I don't want to say obvious, but I think the people who are like Sandris, for instance, I just can't imagine anybody here is going to have much for him in that weight class.
Well,
coming down here.
which weight class? Because I'm being told Sandris is going to he's going to cut down to 220 pounds and he's going to pull all three weight classes left and right. And he said he's going to sweep everybody in North America.
That's what I mean. I can't imagine at 220 anybody's hanging with him now. Anybody heavier, who depends on who shows up. But yeah, the 220 man, it's just like that's rough for anyone to come in.
I mean, think about it. If Corey West shows up like he's talking about, that's going to be a good match in the heavies.
Oh wow.
You got Pablo. John Brzezink's going to be in the house. You never know if he's going to jump in there and pull him.
Oh, that'd be huge.
I mean, yeah, Andre Shark's going to be there. Who knows? Maybe Derek will pull. So
Yeah, true. Very true.
it'd be good.
Right on. And so we've also got the event coming up that Austin's going to be pulling in, the Florida or SoCal Classic, Florida versus California. So you feeling pretty tip top for Gabe?
Yeah, I think he's fucked.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest. Yeah.
That's just it, huh?
In my opinion, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to jump off and eat too. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, you got it, Tim.
Thanks for hopping on, man.
Yes, sir.
So you going to be flying out or driving out, Austin?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm flying.
Okay.
Yeah, totally flying. I'm not going to drive that. Hell no. I got round trip tickets for like $80. So,
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
yeah.
Do you ever get out to California, John?
Yeah, I used to a lot before I started arm wrestling. I have family out there in SoCal. I've never gotten the chance to grip up out in California. It's one of the goals of mine by the end of this year. There's so many things that are happening, like month by month, not only with Arizona, but just, within the surrounding states, New Mexico. I went to Utah about a few months ago in February and competed in their tournament, their state championship. But Cali is somewhere that I just feel like, Josh can speak a little bit to it because we gripped up a little bit, but I just personally want to be at a level that I feel comfortable and confident in a more of a pro setting. I don't know that I would drive out there for an amateur pull, and I'm at this point I'm no longer pulling amateurs in Arizona. So, if I do make that move, it would be probably one of the lower end tournaments. It's hard to call because there's always killers in California that show up, but I am interested. I definitely want to make that move because you guys have, I think, on the West Coast, the biggest moves. So
What weight class you pull?
Hey, you're there, bro. Like for your time in the sport, like I've met a lot of people, and I'll tell you what, man, like your explosiveness and your table IQ and how comfortable you are there it's like looks like you've been doing this for way longer than you have. So I'm a huge fan of yours for sure. I think you're a beast, and people better watch out for sure.
Thanks, man. Austin, I'm 220 pounds.
Okay.
I could make 205, but it would take me a month or two. I sat around 200 a majority of my life and then didn't get up to 220 until I started arm wrestling. And I've only been arm wrestling about 2.5 years, but I watched the sport for about 6-7 years before I ever got on the table. So I was very familiar.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I joined right when Arm Bet kind of exploded, and I was kind of one of those newbies with Dustin Allen's group. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dustin Allen here in Arizona, but He's like the heavyweight king, and he's the guy who trains with John Brzenk pretty commonly, pretty often. And
Didn't he
so,
have a super match with Larry Wheels? It's him, right?
yeah, he had a super small.
Okay.
Well, he took a super match like a day in notice with Larry Wheels because we felt like he was probably the only one who would have had anything for Larry. Larry, we didn't even know he was going to come, and then last minute, kind of was like, "Hey, you got someone for me to pull?" And we're like, you know what I
No,
mean?
no, that's cool. I mean, you got to pull him. Who cares if you win or lose, you know?
Well, and the experience in itself, I think that was one of the better events for Arizona. Obviously, thank you to Nowhere to Run, bringing Caleb and Casey and everybody down, because that was a really good time. And then recently, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Big Mark Grisham out of Texas.
Yeah. Because I'm from Texas, so yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Actually, I think I was talking to him about you when he was down here, but he just came down here last month, or yeah, I think it was this month or last month. I can't remember, but and pulled Dustin in and won. And Dustin had 2 previous tournament wins on Mark prior, so that was a really big win for Mark. And nothing but great things to say about Big Mark, because that guy at his age is going to be a force.
Oh yeah, he's huge. Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah. Same thing with, like we were talking about, Joseph Williams here, who's our 155 king. Just like Big Mark, the potential is so, the sky is the limit. It's just so scary for how good those type of humans can be because of their age and their natural ability. So.
Yeah. Did you pull with Levi when he was there? When he came and
I
pulled with
did.
Joseph?
Well, I didn't get to pull with him. I was talking to him as he was pulling on the table, but by every time we had gotten around to it and we were going to, we were both like cooked, so we just decided not to. But got to talk with him, got to speak with him. You know, all the respect in the world to Mr. Levi, but it didn't seem like he had a thing for Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, no, I saw the video. Yeah. Levi's a cool guy. I'm friends with him, and he's one state over. But yeah, I saw the video. It didn't seem like. I mean, he even admitted it. He was like, "I didn't have anything."
Yeah, which you'll just tell you Joseph's level, because Joseph doesn't get out enough. He doesn't.
I keep telling him he needs to travel. I keep telling him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you get better. Same thing with you. You said you don't want to go to California. You should just go.
Yeah, I need to, for
you
sure.
Should just go. I mean, I was like 3 months into the sport when I went to California.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
we need to
all
set
the
up
pullers
that Cali versus Arizona part 2.
Let's do it, baby. You know, I'm always down.
Joseph should
Yeah.
pull Alan Fisher.
He wants to.
Yeah, he
wants
should
to pull him or David.
That'd be exciting.
Oh, David.
I've actually,
yeah, he should pull David.
After meeting Dustin Allen, I think that Hodzi and him would be a great match.
I think so too.
I really do.
There's a lot of super heavyweights out there that I think Dustin needs to pull for sure.
Well, I've got Mr. Alan Hodzi's match up here. And yeah, I'd like to watch that and review that, because we never really got him in for the North versus South post live streams. So here we go. Let me get the sound up a little bit.
Alan, how long have you been arm wrestling?
Like 4.5 years.
Okay.
4.5 years, in this video right here that you're about to see is of him completely just a 20-year veteran, right? It was really great to watch.
Yeah, dominant performance. I watched this video. A dominant performance.
Yeah, it definitely was. So how did you feel going into this match, Alan? What did you think about it?
Oh, like, I mean, when I got up there and I gripped up with him, I felt his hand. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Really?
That's not okay. I'm the one that's supposed to have the strong hand here. I could just feel his hand. Just gripping up with him was just scary. But just as soon as we went, I think I just had more like bicep than him, and that was really like the because if you watch it, maybe if you see it from a different angle, like I don't even think I take his hand at all. I think we basically like neutralized each other's hand. At least that's how it felt to me. Neutralized each other's hands, and then we just pulled, and like I was just able to pull him open.
Interesting. Huh. It's so interesting to hear someone's perspective, because sometimes it can be very different than, I mean, from what I was watching in the front row, I was just like, man, he just dominated that all the way. And that totally gives me a different perspective.
Yeah, I was trying to be a dick and take his hand and just do all sorts of like different annoying movements, and he was just stonewalling me, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is making me nervous a little bit here. Hold on.
So yeah, that last one was straight to the pad. Like, to me, from an outside perspective, it seemed like you took his hand.
Maybe to me it just doesn't feel like, you see how his wrist isn't even buckled back like anything.
It's still pretty flat.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all, it just, his bicep completely opened up.
It's like you had too much back pressure inside, but his hand stayed.
Yeah.
It also seems like it could play into styles a little bit, where it seems like he's a little bit trying to continue and hold on to you, which might be a bad idea for him. It might have, I mean, not that he would have had a better chance in the straps, but at any point could have let go if he knew that wasn't working, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting dynamic with arm wrestling. It, just like how you said earlier, Alan, that usually you're the hand guy. And a lot of times we rely on whatever that ace move is or wherever we're strong. And then you run into somebody that has that, if not more, and you've got to go somewhere else.
That's how it feels like pulling Tony with my left. It's just like he's got a dominant hand, a dominant arm. I'm just like, can you just chill anywhere? Just can you give me anything here?
And he's tall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much had the same a very similar experience with Jeff Ray. I wasn't really expecting him to have so much hand and really strong load in the setup. It's just not something that's common for me, at least in the 165s or below. And it was a very strange, rare circumstance where I had to think of something else to do.
Yeah, you do have a big hand for people our size. I remember that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's too, but maybe. Yeah, I mean, Jeff definitely had a bigger hand than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his fingers were a lot thicker and just a bit bigger hand in general. But you could tell he was just trying to prevent me from hitting at all. He just loaded up so strong, like it was a very uncomfortable setup for me. And usually in a circumstance where someone wants to hold on, you can just do the opposite and kind of control the match. But his load was just so good, and where he was loading, it actually did the opposite. It kind of took me out of that. He was just loading up into a very comfortable spot for him and uncomfortable for me. But
did you ever try to go to a ref script? Get him to stop loading?
That would have been smart, but I'm not very smart. So.
As soon as somebody loads on me, I don't like it. I just immediately start acting like I can't get a grip, so I can go to ref script.
Yeah.
And it seems to work a lot. When I pulled Michael Newman in Florida like 3 or 4 weeks ago, he didn't like my hand and he kept asking for ref script. And I thought that was really smart. Like as soon as he realized he didn't like what he had, he immediately was getting what he wanted.
You said you were pulling Michael Newman out of Florida?
Yeah, I beat him 3-2 like 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
In a super match.
Yeah. Nice. Who won the first match?
Me. I won the first 2 in a row. Then I fouled out. Then he pinned me, and then I won the last one.
Interesting. Yeah, he's a strong dude for his weight.
Yeah.
Were you taller or shorter?
I'm 5'9". He was like 5'7". We both weighed in 153.
He's not very tall, so
yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah, we both weighed in like 153. Because Chance made us make 153. So
I weight I can imagine, but I don't think enough gets said about the height differences that happen in arm wrestling because of levers and how people can use them.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Because like I have a really strong press. Round 1, I top rolled him, but then he made a really good adjustment and I couldn't top roll him anymore. He was really starting shoulder in and cupped.
Yeah.
And the down ref was really letting him start like that. I'm not trying to say that they were trying to. It was in Florida.
Okay.
So anytime he was on the side where he had the down ref on his side, they were really letting him start cupped. And I'm not trying to say that they were
Was
trying to
this
screw
left?
me or anything. Yeah, this was left. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say they were trying to screw me out or anything. It's just he was really
Right.
good at setting up where it looked like he was straight, but he had a lot of cup, you know?
Got you. Yeah.
So then I started having to come inside with him.
Yeah.
So, and I just had a little bit too much inside.
Yeah. Strong dude he is.
Yeah, he's strong.
I was admitting Jeff here. What's up, Jeff?
Oh, what's going on, guys?
Hey, but so I didn't catch. Are we talking about George Whitfield?
No, I pulled Michael Newman.
Michael Newman. Oh, so George. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to know all the people out there. So
Yeah,
that
I
guy's
pulled
pretty
Newman.
strong.
Yeah, because he was like, he had national rank. So I called him out for his national rank.
Oh wow.
He accepted.
And
Yeah,
where does that put you now?
I'm 14th.
No shit, at 154.
That left. Yeah, at 154.
Good for you, Austin.
Good
Man,
for
that's
you, man.
cool.
Yeah, I'm a year and a half in. I made national rank. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, congratulations.
I was
bro.
the
This guy-
underdog, like 90-1. Like it was, the polls were insane. Like I would have like 1 or 2 votes for my buddies, and he'd have like 100 votes. You know?
So
This
Go
guy
ahead.
who you just had added on, is this the guy who you were just talking about who had the stronger hand than you, Kane?
yes.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm familiar with seeing his picture on Facebook. So that's always how like I notice somebody is either I've seen you on YouTube or I know your Facebook icon on Facebook. So
How's it going, man?
good, man. It's a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Yeah, you too.
So Jeff, were you actually watching when we were talking about the Arizona event that's coming up?
No, I wasn't. I've been watching the NFL draft, man.
No, okay.
Did Tyson go first round?
Huh?
Did Tyson go first round?
No, Young. Bryce Young.
But
Oh,
did
Tyson, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Bryce
Oh,
Bryce
okay.
Young went first overall.
Oh, okay.
Hey, did y'all see Tyson? He's on ESPN's YouTube.
Well, that's what I'm
Bro,
saying.
that
Today's
shit was,
draft day.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
Travis did
the
a
video was
5-minute
sick.
thing about arm wrestling, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was sick. I watched it today.
Yeah, unfortunately, because he went to a D2 school, it's kind of looking like, and it's a lower level
Right.
competition than D2. It's
Yeah.
looking like they'll probably be like either undrafted free agent or in the 7th round.
How whack,
He'll
but either
probably
way,
be like the next Tom Brady, you know, nothing major.
yeah, if he
100
makes it,
Well,
dude,
199
Well,
overall.
you can look at it like this. Brock Purdy was the last pick of the draft, and he's a starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Seahawks could use someone like Tyson Bagent. Let me tell you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, now,
I think you're from Seattle.
yeah, right. No, so to fill you a little bit in, Jeff, we were talking about Arizona State. Every year has been one of the major tournaments, definitely on the West Coast here. It looks like Mr. Danny D is getting connected on. It looks like maybe.
Danny
Yep,
Dowler.
Danny Dowler. Yep.
Okay, before
National champion Danny
National
Dowler.
champ.
Oh
Yep.
shit! Yeah.
National champ.
I'm
let's
actually
go,
supposed to pull
Danny
Danny.
D.
Hell yeah!
Let's get him on here before I yap about Arizona State so he can hear it too. I'd love to have him
Yeah.
come too.
And
I've been paying attention to
Danny's
AZ
feeling
State
strong,
for the
too.
last 2 years, I think. And
That looks like a national champion's haircut right there.
there he
Danny,
is.
you gotta turn your sound on. It's
Looking
the
like
bottom left.
alfalfa.
Hey, got the audio working.
Hey,
There he is.
There we go.
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. How's your day going, Danny?
Good. Just got off work. I'm up here in Salt Lake City this week.
Okay, so yeah, John was about to break down this Arizona event that's coming up, and I've missed it each year, but I only realized like last year how big this tournament is. So with Malia being pregnant and everything, we'll see where we're at that point. I hope to make it out, but yeah, break it down, John. I want these two guys to make it out there.
for sure. So congratulations first and foremost, Danny. Huge wins. Awesome for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
But for Jeff and Danny, we had talked a little bit about it prior. It's going to be kind of a new style setup for a format for tournaments. What it'll be is it will be an amateur class. There'll be a pro class. There'll be a ladies. There'll be a masters. They will run all the way through amateurs, left and right hand, all classes. They'll run through all ladies, left and hand, all classes. They'll do masters, all hands, all classes. And then when it comes to pro, which will be end, they'll go all the way through left until the final two. The final two will take an hour break, and then they're going to turn it into like a YouTube style super match for the final two, and those final two will get a 2 out of 3 to finish it off. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
There will be also major payouts, it sounds like, for all the pro classes. I don't know what they are. That's a Tim Talmadge question, but it sounds like there are going to be payouts for all major pro classes. Obviously, same thing will pertain to the right. I don't, if you guys haven't seen the flyer, there is Coach Ray, Artem, Sandris, Corey Miller, the few past years, Brent Rackers was there. Derek Smith came the first year in 2021, I believe. Every year has gotten bigger and better. The last year he did a massive pay-per-view event, and this year he wanted to do something different. So that's why he's trying to switch up the format. So what it sounds like is, like I was saying, Artem and Sandris and all these people are going to be coming to pull those classes. So it is going to be a huge tournament turnout. It's going to be really big for Arizona, because I don't think a lot of people understand on the West Coast how big our amateur turnout is here in Arizona. We just had a practice in Anthem that had just shy of 50 pullers show up. So we have quite a bit of people here in the community that are not only just getting started in their first year, but have a lot of promise too, like power lifters, strong men, people who have records in some of these sports. So we got a lot of stuff that I think Arizona is going to put itself on I say that every year. I say it every single year, but it just puts Arizona, it's more solidifies Arizona each year for putting us on the map. So I'm super happy about it. I'll be one of the down refs, Bill Onifray, and I forget the other Onifray's name. And then Tim was talking about having a Latvian world master ref come out. And there's one other one that I'm forgetting, a big one. But yeah, so it's gonna be huge. We would like to think it's gonna be the bigger tournament of the year as far as the turnout goes with the pro classes. So being that it's somewhere in your guys' vicinity, it would be a pleasure to have as much of California as we can show out. Yeah, so.
That's awesome. I got a couple questions. So what's the weight classes?
So I believe it is 154. Here, let me see if I can just pull up the flyer real quick. And then, okay.
It's national weight classes, isn't it? 54-76 or no?
54, 76, 98, 220, 242, 242 plus.
Nice.
And then weigh-ins are Friday, the day before, 6 to 8 p.m. And it'll be Saturday, 9 to 11 to weigh in as well. And then noon starts the tournament, and it'll go, probably all day long, I can imagine. So
yeah, it would be kind of cool to try to get some California guys together and get another spot over there in Arizona for all of us to chill at.
Tim was talking about doing a state prize or a team prize, meaning because there's so many different states coming out, he would do some type of prize or tournament trophy for the state that does the most winnings or something. I just got back from Utah State Championship, and they did something very similar to that. So absolutely, man. And not only that, but California has such a large community of arm wrestlers. This will be like a who's who tournament. So I can only imagine a lot of you guys are going to want, as far as the name on the map, a crack at someone like that. You know what I mean? So
that's awesome.
I am very interested, but I am also trying to stay healthy and stay at 138 for World in September. I'm not saying that I'm not going to make this tournament, but I'm not going to say that I'm 100% going to make this tournament.
Right. No, I hear you. Worlds is a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I am kind of worried about, like, getting an injury. I'm 36. I don't heal in, like, a couple weeks anymore.
No, I'm with you.
Gonna be 37 actually next month. On
That's
the
awesome,
ninth,
man.
a day before the tournament.
awesome.
But yeah, so I'd say it's about a 50-75% chance that I will make that tournament.
That's awesome.
I will confirm with guys. I'll post on my Facebook within the next like 2 weeks whether I'm going to be able to do it.
Yeah, time flies, man. It just pops up. But I know July 15th, I'm sure all of July, there's probably going to be quite a few things happening in July, even in California, just based on summertime.
There's quite a few tournaments that I'm actually interested in, but it's hard to justify risking injury, for work, and being injured for work.
Right. No, for sure. Yeah, there's the fly right there. If my phone dies, my bad, y'all. I'm not cutting out on y'all, but my shit looks like it's about to go.
Oh yeah, we've got all kinds of big names here.
Oh, that's awesome.
And oh my god, so, yeah. We've got
it's too big to miss, man.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I think, and Tim talked a little bit about this, but we kind of knew this would happen, that once this kind of flyer goes out, everyone that's not already confirmed is going to be like, oh, how do I find a way to get to this? Or now I'm coming. Or like Tim said, he woke up with like 30 new messages saying, oh, expect me to, So this is just a very small snippet of who is going to be there. So,
yeah.
Bro, I talked to people yesterday about it, and I literally, no bullshit, I have my whole team and about 10 other guys from the north. I have like 25 guys that are all heading out with me to go to it.
Yeah,
so we're definitely, like, Callie's going to be in the house for sure, and I know some of the south guys are going to make it. It's close.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, I can only imagine for sure. Derek Smith came the first year, and after he sees this lineup, I bet some of the alpha guys will end up coming. I bet.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
Yeah, I think a bunch of them came out last year, right?
I think it was 2021 or last year. I can't remember because Derek, I think it was 2021 because Derek was the commentator with Chance Shaw, because I was like, he walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, Derek Smith's taking first in everything, overalls, right hand, everything. And then he's like, no, I'm not pulling. I was like, no. But yeah, he was the commentator with Chance Shaw. And last year's commentator was Don Underwood, a legend. So,
oh yeah, he's great. He commentated Tulsa when Ricky and I went out there.
Oh, okay, very cool, very cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I know our guy Zach Wagner competed out there, right?
Gage Jordan's been out there and competed.
Yeah, Heraclio was there.
Yep.
Yeah, there was quite a few of them. I really want to make it out this year. Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty with things. I know at least a couple of you on here have a call out for somebody, and we're just starting to get more people dropping into the chat. So let's do this. Alan, hot seat. I heard you recently called someone out. Do you want to tell us who that was?
Yeah, so Alex De La Torre is going to be my call out. I talked to him actually about it a couple months back because we pulled in the Locked and Loaded tournament, and I was able to pin him. So I was like, oh shit, am I finally getting strong enough where I can start beating Alex De La Torre? So I'm really curious to see if I can beat him in a super match scenario. So not next month, but probably the month after, especially since there's the Cali. God, why can't I remember what it's called?
SoCal Classic?
The SoCal Classic, that's it. So the SoCal Classic's happening on the 13th, so maybe the following month. We'll see, because mostly, like, I'm just trying to, at this point, like, all my injuries have kind of like healed up. Everything's feeling good. My surgery's healed up, and I have the ability to pronate again, and supinate. So I can do all that. So that's feeling great. My left elbow isn't hurting, but I don't trust it. So I'm probably going to give it like till the end of the year, maybe this time next year, before I actually try to use it in a real match rather than just like some slow pulling. But yeah, so Alex Del Toro's going to be my main guy, but I'm going for, my goal is to beat Mega Mike right to get into that second place, and then Derek Smith left to get into that second place.
Shout out to Mega Mike for following me on Instagram today, by the way. But what did you have your surgery on, Alan?
So my hand, I broke a bone in my wrist.
Oh shit.
It's called the hook of the hamate bone. It's like a relatively common fracture in like baseball or tennis, but it's a weird ass bone to even break. So I don't know how the hell I did it, but I broke it. I had to get the surgery, and I was just like, you know, I had a like a small tear that I never really like respected to heal on my left elbow. And so finally I was just like, screw it. So I took like 6 months off from pulling. I didn't really do anything, just a little bit here and there, just tiny guys. And then, oh, you look like you're 120 pounds. Let's arm wrestle. And then they're like, what? I'm like, just go easy on me, okay? I'm
Please don't kill me.
So it was that was interesting. But yeah, so now everything's feeling good. I'm back on the table, pulling hard, and now I'm just like working out hard and trying to get my numbers up. My goal is to get back to 325 on the bench and curling 200. And I think once I get to those points, I'm probably going to be pretty good to being within the top 3 of Cali, both arms.
That's awesome, dude. Hey, you guys, my wife is yelling at me. I got to go cook her dinner. But thank you guys all for having me. I appreciate you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope to come again with you guys, really, for real. So
come back again
soon,
John.
John.
All right, guys.
John.
Yeah, we've got Don Mormon popping in right now, and we also have Eric Gonzalez that just joined us. What's up, Eric?
How's it going, Eric?
Can you hear us at all?
Guys. Yeah, hold on, let me.
So,
Can you
Alan,
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Eric?
Hey,
I got
how's
your
it
table
going,
right over here.
So,
Putting it to
Alan,
use.
for your match with Alex, what would you think about the June the combined practice?
Oh yeah, it would probably be at the Arm Fest. And realistically,
right.
I don't know if there was another scenario. I don't know another scenario where it would work out. I don't know of any tournaments around that area where it would be a better scenario. I just feel like Arm Fest would be more fun.
Yeah,
I'm sure it would be something to kind of look forward to at one of them. And I don't know. I just think it'd probably be the best place to do it.
Right. Yeah, I think that particular practice is going to be chock full of cool matches, you know, whatever you guys approve or decide to put together, because it's in such a sweet spot, you know. In May, we've got the 13th for the SoCal Classic. Like a week or so later, on the 20th or something, we have another event coming up, and then it's not until mid-July that we have the Arizona thing going on. So that's that
that's
first
like
week
right in the middle.
The first week of June sits right there.
Yeah, if he plans on going to the Arizona one, then I don't even know if he would want to do. Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar right now. Because the first one of May and June, the first Sunday of June would be the 4th. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm in no hurry. I'm just trying to get healthy and strong and try not to do anything too crazy. But yeah, so it's like beating him, and then I probably have to beat Hoffman, but I don't know if he pulls anymore. I wanted to pull against Abu over in the north versus the south, but I don't know if he exists anymore either. I don't really know what the deal is. So it's like there's not very many people left. There's Alex Del Toro, and then Mega Mike, and then Derek Smith right-handed, and then there's more or less the exact same people left-handed. So it's like I think I'm really close to Mega Mike. I don't think there's much of a difference between us left-handed, but right-handed I feel like I'm behind like 10-20%. So we'll see how that goes in the following year.
All right. Do you have any interest in getting out of state to compete some of the heavy hitters out there?
I would love to. I just unfortunately now have 2 children, little children, and one of them's like autistic, so he's a extreme pain in the ass. So taking him anywhere or doing anything with him is just, it's the worst. So that's usually I have to leave him here. Like you basically have my family stay. And my wife's like, "Oh, you're going to go on a vacation, are you?" I'm like, it's not a vacation. It's a tournament. Like, so vacation. It's like, so it's really hard to, it's really hard to have a good argument in that courtroom.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so my hope is, here within the next couple of years, he'll get older, things will just get a little easier. And then, either we can all go together or I can just go and then she'll just be like, well, all right, he's not that bad anymore. I'll be like, woo! So, but yeah, I'm super excited to pretty much go anywhere. I went to one of those Arizona competitions. It's so funny. While you guys are talking, I'm like, oh, do they have it at that bar? And I'm just like, oh, you mean like every tournament ever that's held at a bar? Shit. But yeah, we went to one tournament, and I'm pretty sure Derek and Chance were there commentating, but I don't know if I know Derek was commentating. I just can't remember if it was Chance Shaw, but I think that was like 2 years ago when I went.
Yeah, I saw the footage when you competed there. You did really well.
I think that was the first time I beat Tony right-handed, but he was tired. And then
you got Mike too, right?
Yeah, I beat Mike left-handed. Yeah. I think I got silver, both arms there. But then I think I officially beat Tony pretty handedly in the Reloaded tournament, right-handed. And something interesting happened left-handed that I'll let you guys find out when that comes out eventually.
Okay. Who took gold at that event for the supers?
I think right-handed it was Mike, and left-handed it was Tony.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, I kind of want to start. I mean, you're the coach of the OC team that you and Tony are, right? And you put on the big arm fest. So I hope I'm not stepping out of line, but I really want to blow up the idea right now of anybody that wants call outs or just, I don't know, like get some guys from the north to come down for that first week of June for the Arm Fest.
Oh yeah, I mean, in each flyer, I'm just like, fucking super matches, let's go. And, there was 1 month where there was like 27 in one day, and then nothing ever since. It's like, okay, did we just blow our load that one day and everybody's done? But yeah, I mean, like, I would love if every single Arm Fest there was at least a couple super matches. Ideally, my whole point of it was just to kind of have an excuse for everybody to come together and arm wrestle, because some of those like elite pullers, who only train once a month, it's like, hey, here you go, let's all like all you guys, let's get together and get together on this one day and do it. And then this way it gives them an excuse to come out, and then it also gives everybody else an opportunity to pull with these guys and learn some stuff, and then also kind of like test their limits. And just some of those guys who can't pull all the time, I'm like, hey, whatever day, whatever time you can make to pull, try to make it be for the Arm Fest, because then it's like we can have everybody there, everybody can have a good time, you can show up, beat yourself up, do whatever you want. Some people show up and just try to arm wrestle the whole time, and other people show up and try to train, and it's just a matter of just doing what you want to do and doing it the way that you want to do it. And normally when I show up, I try to focus on training. I try not to arm wrestle too much because it just ends up getting destroyed. But yeah, so whatever, however people want to use it. If people want to have super matches all the time, great. People want to just show up and have a couple of beers and arm wrestle Will Klingman and beat him up since he just decided to show up.
Lazy. I love it. And it's at a really cool brewery, Brewheim. I actually used to produce one of the owners of that. He's in a band called 390.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're a really cool punk band. You should check them out. They kind of have like a Fugazi type of vibe. But anyways, yeah, like, so anybody coming in that's looking to call somebody out and you're from California or near California, let's do this. The first week of June, Arm Fest. Hold it right there. And let me welcome a few new guys that we got in here. We got Casey Stevens, the Grizzly, who just came back from the big
slap
slap
master
fight.
himself.
That's right. But that face is still looking pretty, so you must have done okay.
You know, I didn't.
I
You know,
mean,
could've done a lot
pretty.
I got fucking rocked.
Yeah, you did.
So it's like arm wrestling in that sense, where you just don't come in and like you put the smackdown on somebody. Is there levels to this sport or what?
You know, the coin toss is just such a big factor. And yeah, I just totally underestimated him and it just didn't go well. But
okay, you hung tough. You hung tough.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you ever gonna do it again?
You know, I think I have to do it one more time for redemption. Because going out, right? But yeah, I think honestly, I think I'm gonna get healthier and give it one more.
Okay.
Somebody asked me a really interesting question once when we were talking about it, and then they were just like, "How do you train for this? Like, how do you train to get the shit slapped out of you 30 times in a row?" I'm like, that is a fantastic question.
The funny thing,
care to enlighten us?
I was training one side of my face the whole time, expecting a right-handed guy. So I was like hitting myself with wood planks and stuff, like deadening the nerves on the left side of my face. I was hitting heavy bags as hard as I can. And then my original opponent stepped out 2 days before, and he was supposed to be a guy who's never done it before like me. And then my backup guy has done it 4 separate times before, won the toss in each fight, and knocked out every opponent he's had.
So you managed to just get the Mike Tyson of freaking slap fighting? That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's left-handed, the one side I didn't fucking train.
Well, I just kept yelling, club the shit out of him, damn it. Take the penalty.
Hey, we didn't care at that point, bro. We wanted you to foul or do something.
Right.
That first hit into autopilot. I seriously don't remember anything after that first hit.
Wow.
It was weird.
I can just imagine Casey leaning in right at the end, just leaning in, getting real close, just being like, "I'd fuck you up in arm wrestling."
Yeah.
It's a fun experience, though. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, we need to get some of those guys brave enough to come over to our sport. So we've also got Don Mormon, the legend, who hopped into the chat. Look at that arm. Hell yeah. Don, are you gonna have a call out for us on this show, or are you just coming to hang out?
I thought I was taking your ass.
Oh, you're taking me. Oh, okay.
Well, wasn't that what the shit talker said? Oh, wait, that would be Josh. Josh, you know that's who you are.
And his video got frozen in the perfect, like, mischievous position.
Yeah, look, he's got that shit talking look, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's so proud of himself in
He's
that
the
No, that would be a super fun match.
I'm good for anybody. I mean, I've always been in that right around that 176 area, you know. So
right.
I know you run lighter though, right?
What's that?
You run lighter.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know if it's to stay, mostly just to kind of make gains, and I can drop if needed. But right now, I'm sitting between 170 and 175 for probably the first time in my life.
Damn, King.
Just getting back in that gym, and I've been following Matt Silva's recommendation. He came on when we were promoting North vs. South, and he heard me saying I have a hard time putting on weight, and he told me to reduce my meal size and eat more meals. And I've been doing that and bringing up the protein, and of course hitting the gym like every day. It's working. So I've asked advice. Jamie Sheldon says stay in the 165s, you know, but get the gains to 175 and drop if you need to. But sometimes I feel like there's that 185 class, you know, or depending where you go, 175 class. Of course, there's gnarly heavy hitters in there that you might have to deal with, like Ole or something.
Right.
But sometimes I wonder if I'd do better. some of our 165s, I mean, just a good portion of them are nuts, you know. So it's hard to say. I'm just kind of feeling it out at this point.
Danny told me I'm not allowed in 165, so I'm gonna stay in the 76 zone.
Yeah. Well, if I get there, you know, well, I guess I'm pretty much there. Yeah, let's do this whenever we can do that. Right-handed, I think would be good, at least if it's soon. We've also got Will Klingman in the house. What's up, Will?
Hello.
The man, the first lightweight, and I have no idea how long out here, that pinned Alan Fisher.
Yeah. I didn't pin him. He just lost on fouls. I would have though, 100%.
Okay.
But nah, the second time he destroyed me because that took everything from me. And then ET took the last remaining power that I had. Those guys, man.
What was it? Elbow fouls?
Yeah, he false started a couple times because, you know, I false started too. Shit, I was scared. He was probably scared because I don't think anyone's ever stopped him like that. And he was like,
yeah,
probably, you know, because I've never pulled him. That was the first time I ever pulled Alan Fisher in a tournament, like in a ready go. I've never pulled him other than that. So, like, that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy to stop him. But I knew once I did, I knew how to, and I knew I would be able to bleed him at least for one match. I probably wouldn't beat him in a super match at this point, but I am getting stronger too. Like, I've been actually consistently working out, so I'm a lot stronger. So I hope he goes this when, you know, the Florida and California thing. I hope he goes. I really do, because I bet you I'm gonna get him.
No, he's going.
I 100% will.
Yeah,
I feel
he's
confident
going.
about it.
Yeah, I
Because
believe.
Gabriel said that Alan's going to drive him down.
Oh, well, awesome.
You
and then
just
I get
wanna
to
make
see
sure it
you,
competes.
Austin. My God, I got to sleep in your house for
Yeah,
a
you
couple
did.
days, and now you're coming here. Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
I
believe
still
for
appreciate
a
that,
while.
man. That was clutch.
Yeah, out of the guys here, the lightweight guys that have been gunning for Alan, I've definitely believed you've, especially anatomically, but strength as well. I think you've got the best shot with him, you know, in a best of 5 or something like that. And
yeah, I definitely don't think I'm the strongest, but just the length can match him, you know, and I don't get gobbled up like everyone else. So that's the only fucking thing I have going for me. You know?
I think his elbow fouls are proof of that, the length coming into play to be able to match him in height. Because yeah, it gets to be a problem when somebody can either match you in height or has more height than you, to be able to keep that elbow in the pad. I know it's extremely difficult for me. But yeah, the guys with the shorter arms that just have ridiculous strong hooks, I see him try and get in there and stop him. But, you know, I don't know if I know he's crazy strong. I don't know if it's just that swoop over move that he has or what.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that short, strong hook stop him yet.
Yeah.
At least not the guys that are going for him right now.
I got to pull Alan after pulls after Kane Kelly 2 that I went to. And for me, it's not just the length, but it's that hand size. You know, you purchase on that hand. You know, you just feel like you're fucking 4 years old grabbing your fucking daddy's hand. You know.
Yeah.
So if you don't have those long fucking fingers, you know, that can actually wrap around and grab in on Alan Fisher's hand, well, hell, his fucking hand's already at the tip of your fucking fingers. You know, he's gonna fold that shit over at will.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do like feel I have the strongest part of my body is my hand. Like, I don't have very long fingers. I have a pretty big palm, but my finger to palm size ain't very good, but they're strong as shit. I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of people just beat me in bicep, you know, or like side pressure, because I've mainly just been practicing going backwards. Like, why shouldn't I? You know, my arm's long enough. Why do I want to do anything else, you know? But, you know, that's where it gets me. But that's why Like Alan, I don't think I'll ever be able to take his hand, but it feels good with him. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it doesn't feel like his hand is overpowering mine. It's just fast and a lot to stop. But I know I've done it, and now I'm actually training to do it. So I don't know. We'll see. I might just be full of shit. He might just destroy me. But I feel good, you know. I'm not gonna be negative about it. Hope for the best.
Hey, it's gonna be a stacked class for all of you guys that day, man.
Give me like 30 minutes, okay? 30
I'm
minutes.
aiming to do 176.
Take a break off I told you that.
Yeah, and I think because those classes are like that, it's a really good chance that Luke Ken will come down and pull with you guys, because that's his weight is 176.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be a really exciting stack class. I know a couple of the guys from up north are coming down to that. A couple of the arm benders.
Well, I'm thinking about it just because they have a 176 also.
Right, and that's what Luke likes to pull. He doesn't like to have to wiggle up or down, you know. That's his national class. So I think it's a really good shot, especially because, you know, there's a little bit of cash involved and everything. He'll probably make the trip down. So,
well, the three available that are coming up for my weight class are that 176, a 199, and 185. So it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, speaking of call outs, I don't know if you've been following the chat.
Oh no, Pablo.
Yeah. So wait, we've got Jake Collins in here. What's up, Jake? He says, Josh, Pablo Ochoa wants to call you out. He's at work, so he can't call you out on here.
No.
Does he have to get on here?
We don't do that, bro. Listen, Jake, you're gonna have to call out somebody yourself. Pablo, you're not having Daddy call me and talk to me to figure this out, okay? So,
Pablo, tell your boss. Tell your boss you have more important things to attend to.
We're supposed to have a super match close to Anaheim in August. So, but yeah, I'm always down anytime before then. Anytime. Okay. I told him we'll roll up to their house and record it. I think that we should start doing that, is like recording our little super matches, whether we roll up on people's practices or not, and put them on this stream.
Right.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, he sounds pretty hungry, man, especially after our little conversations last night.
Just ask him when and where, bro. Since he's calling me out, he has to come to me. So I'm in Fresno whenever he wants to make it this way. Let's go.
Is this Pablo from Bay Area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him I want $250 an arm.
Okay. Bring that money, Pablo.
I mean, I'll put up $250 an arm if he's willing to match me.
I'll put 50. Can I bet? I trust you.
For sure.
I trust you.
And it looks like, I believe we have Matt Hughes in here as well. Lime Green 209 says, hey everyone, this is Matt Hughes here. What's up, Matt?
What's up, big dog?
Hop on if you want, Matt. It's good to have you here with us. We got Benjimac in the chat, and he says, Armfest, cough, our idea.
What?
I don't know what that's referring to.
I have no idea either.
Okay.
Hey, tell Benji I want to call him out for a super match. We were supposed to have a super match at North versus South, but we changed it up last minute, and then we both lost our super matches. So I think we should settle it.
I think he must be talking about the SoCal Arm Fest.
No, he is, but it just the context of his statement didn't make any sense. I don't think anybody else is claiming that they came up with Armfest.
Hey,
unless they are and I missed it.
It's Benji, man. The way he pulls doesn't make any sense.
I think Jeffrey looks like he wants to slam someone though.
I do feel like I'm ready for some kind of redemption. I'm on this like little streak, getting my ass kicked at super matches.
Okay, but hold that thought. Let's move to you next. I have a feeling you've got a good call out. Backing up to Eric, So this is for real? You're calling out Ben?
Yeah, calling out Benjimac.
Okay. And for you, ideally, when and where would this be?
The June 1st Arm Fest would be
Okay.
good for me.
The combined practice?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So the
Ben,
June one would be June 4th. Just to
June 4th?
Yeah.
June 4th.
Okay.
So Ben, he's willing to come all the way down to you. It seems pretty hard to turn down.
June 4th. What is
Who
that?
is that? Wait, who? Benji and who?
This is Ben and Eric.
Eric.
Hey,
so
June what?
so you're gonna skip Patterson and go down there to that?
No,
Oh.
Patterson is.
You got
What day's Patterson?
It's the first week of June.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Is
got
it? I thought it was on the 13th.
Don, when is Patterson?
I believe it's the first week of June.
And
I'd have to look on my page, but I'm pretty sure it's the first week in June.
And this is the 53rd year or the 54th year? What is it?
Yeah, it's been going on for so. Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to figure it out. I get my dates all mixed up because I'm trying to go to the California versus the Florida deal on the 13th of May.
Right.
So, and then I
Let's
think after that, I'm trying to go to the Mike McGraw's deal too on the 20th of May. And then so we'll have to figure it out.
The 20th of May is Sonora.
Yeah, that's
Sonora. Yeah. So like
So
back
what's
to back
happening
tournament.
first or is 4th?
That's the one with the 199 class.
what's up, Benny?
What up?
I love your display name. That if I remember correctly, Ringer's not your last name, right?
It is my
It
last
is.
name.
Oh my God, that is so cool. You sound like a gangster from like the mob or something like
He
that.
is a gangster.
Yes. Well,
sorry, I'm late.
Unfortunately, Eric, Benji would have taken you up on that, but yeah, I know Patterson's a really big deal, and I actually wanted to go do that and crash over at Don's place, but I think I'd be a horrible husband to go do that with my wife. What, 7 months pregnant?
Yeah.
But so we'll be keeping it local. Yeah, for sure. And we also got Paul Stevens in the chat saying, "What's up, guys? Driving back from Texas." I've been seeing all of Paul's posts of photos over in Louisiana, down on Bourbon Street and everything. It's a hell of a place, and he's going to like every like crab joint, every gumbo joint out there. I love it. And Matt Hughes is reminding us that Patterson is going to be June 3rd.
Yep, first weekend of June.
Oh, okay. Wow.
There you go, Eric. So you can go to Patterson on the 3rd and then Anaheim the next day.
Yeah. No, I don't think I could do that.
Not with that attitude.
Well, this is kind of it's a good thing to have a lot of tournaments going on. We've been talking with the FAL guys, and they seem to be having like 2-3 tournaments a month out there. And yeah, it sounds like freaking Disneyland. But yeah, I mean, we'll just have to figure it out for some of these call outs, when and where to do it. Benji, would you be I don't know, do they do super matches up there at Patterson?
Yeah, they do sometimes. I mean, it all depends. They are doing a couple this year, I believe.
If you reach out to Bill, I think that he'll try to help you set up a super match at Patterson.
Okay. Yeah, that's one thought. Say that again, Danny, but get closer.
Oh, sorry. So last year, Bill had so many
and nobody else hear him also?
No, yeah.
He's down in a bucket of water.
Yeah.
Danny, what are you doing?
Hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah. Just something's going on technically.
No, my phone sucks. That's
There you
what
go.
it is.
Okay.
No, so last year Bill had so many requests for super match that he could not fulfill.
He's gone again.
You do want to? Can we hear me? No.
Yeah, but I think we got what you said. There were so many super matches for Bill in the last one.
Yeah, that he couldn't fulfill them all. So if you do want a super match at Patterson, right now would be the opportune time. Or actually, 3 weeks ago would probably be the best time.
Okay, so nice and early. Okay, well, you heard it here first, Benji and Eric. Get on that. Maybe you can do it at Patterson, and that would be really cool to get out there, Benji, if you went out there.
And I will actually make Patterson. I know I did say earlier that trying not to do tournaments, but I will be at Patterson.
Cool. And do they have a 154 weight class for that?
No, well, 5 at actually my weight will still be around like 135, 138.
Good God. Wow. Okay, Mr. Jeffrey Ray.
What's up, man?
You got somebody you want to take down and
well, I specifically went on and looked up the California rankings for this. So let me pull it up. So there's just one person that I know for sure would.
Are you just gonna throw out a name, Jeff? It doesn't matter who they are.
Huh?
You're gonna throw out their number on the list. You got somebody you know.
I'm Roboto. Sorry, I can't understand anything you're saying.
Somebody put a beat behind him talking. This will be a
You
badass
sound like
auto-tune song.
He's on dial-up right now.
Some tinfoil up to a tree and climb it.
He's out in the country out there.
One more time, Josh.
Someone put a beat to it.
Yeah.
All right, he muted himself.
Put your tinfoil hat on.
Oh, you want me to say it again?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just asking, are you just looking at the list and picking somebody because of their number on the rankings?
No, these are all matches that I've even talked to you about that I would like. Obviously they're below Mike and Kane. So I mean, I don't want to try to call out anybody above them right now, not at this point. But there is somebody that I think would be really interesting, and mostly because I wasn't able to talk any shit at all to Kane while we were gearing up for our super match. But I think it would be pretty interesting, a match between me and John Dabo.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be good. Where's his weight right now? Is he somewhere around 170 also? Where's John Dabo's weight right now?
I believe he weighed in around between 165 and 170.
Okay, he's there then. All right. Yeah.
Like
that's probably the match that I want the most right now. I really want that match. There's a couple other guys that I think would be really interesting. Alwyn, he's from the Central Coast Pullers, I think. And Mark Sarr, he's from Bakersfield.
Yeah, I think John would be a really good match. I never pulled those other two guys. I'm familiar with Mark. But yeah, style-wise, I think that could be an interesting match with you and John. What's his ranking right now?
John is right below Michael Kochi, so number 18.
Okay.
I would say Mike Kochi too, because I've pulled with Mike before. It's just I haven't seen him do any type of super match stuff before, so I'm not sure if he even does it.
All right. So we need to blast this out to John Dabo. I don't know how you say his last name, but we need to blast this with the timestamp afterwards and tell him that Mr. Jeffrey Ray wants a match. That's gonna be a good one. And yeah, hit me up. We'll talk about it, Jeff.
Yeah, definitely. I just think the shit talking will be interesting, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm vaccinated, so I guess he's got problems with those types of people.
Boy.
You know?
Yeah, it's gonna he'll take it to another level. You're willing to go to that level with him?
Oh yeah, I'm willing to go as high as he'd like to.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, and Jeff, we'll get in contact and we'll have a little conversation about what I experienced.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
had a match
Yes,
with
sir.
him as well.
I
Yeah.
think right before I pulled with Kane, I was pulling with you a little bit too, Danny. So
yeah.
I think you got to feel my power. You felt him. What do you think?
I believe it's going to be a good match, but Dabo, he knows his sticking point, and he knows how to rest there.
Oh, okay.
He knows that he can give you a whole lot to that point, but once you get to that point, he can relax and rest there more than you would believe.
Okay. Interesting.
So I always feel like I have more gas in the tank than my opponent. And a lot of times I end up holding my opponent for quite a bit of time before I throw that arm down. And it's because I feel like I normally have more gas in the tank. With Dabo, no, I totally did not have enough.
I think the style of match would be a little bit different though. You're a hook puller for sure. And then in the videos that I've seen of Kane and Dabo pulling, Kane was able to get him in the top roll before Dabo could even put him in the hook at all.
Yeah.
His protection from a top roll is really strong, but you know, if you throw into that hook with him, you're gonna have a hard match.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
As long as you stay tight, I think you can have something for him there. Whichever direction you go, you just wouldn't want to open up on him. With our match, first off, his shit talking was crucial for me. I remember, like, I don't think I was in the right headspace before that match. I remember when he approached the table before round 1 or round 2 or something like that, he said real quietly, "I'm about to smoke you, Kane." And that was his biggest mistake.
That's what you needed. Yeah.
He gave me exactly what I needed. But just like when we were talking about Alan's match earlier, how an outside perspective can sometimes be different when you're watching a match. And for me, like, I don't relate it to a top roll that beat him at all. Anytime that I kind of really dedicated mentally and physically to a top roll with him, we just ended up in the straps, and there was no way that was going to work for me in the straps. For me, it was a little bit more of a high hook, but the biggest thing I was paying attention to was his shoulder. There was a lot of side pressure happening. I might have finished with a roll, but yeah, like, his bicep is nuts. I think he's good in a hook, but it's that connection with his shoulder. If his shoulder gets involved, especially if he goes into catch and has that shoulder in there and his hand is still inside it, that's a problem. We shouldn't be talking about this here. We're telling everybody in the world that the kinks in his arm.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you guys talking to me about it. That's my idea. I got to go help my wife with these kids and get dinner started.
You got it, brother. Thanks for dropping in.
Thank you guys. Yep. We'll see you again on the next one.
Jeff.
Yeah, Matt Hughes. Well, first off, Artillery says, thanks again for having me on, y'all. Yeah, we got nothing but love for you. Come back again. Let's keep doing this. And Matt Hughes says, I never count Dabo out. He has been around a while. Yeah. I mean, 20 some years or something is. I want to
Real
say.
quick, are we wrapping up here in a minute? I was listening to something. I didn't. Or is this going to keep going on for a little bit longer, or are we wrapping up here in a minute?
We'll probably keep going a little bit.
Okay, I need to get off.
Bye.
All right, thanks for dropping on.
Yeah,
Alan.
man. I'll see you guys next time for sure.
All right, cool, man.
Give me 1 second.
So does anybody else here have any call outs that they want to make?
I don't know. You never answered me.
Yeah, I want to call somebody out.
If this is official, yeah, just when and where. The only thing to hold.
I don't know. You tell me. I mean,
Marble red shorts and a shirt.
Okay, so the only thing holding me hostage is traveling during the rest of the pregnancy. And my only other concern is I actually had somebody that I was looking to call out.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would just come to a matter of dates.
It's okay. You could do the chicken thing. It's okay.
Look, I'll pull you the same day and it might work out for you.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do two. I'm telling you, because that can turn into 10, can be 1, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is anyone gonna jump in here or do I have to?
Yeah, no, are you talking about a call out?
Yeah.
Are we still? Yeah, Justin Webb.
Ooh, you want Justin?
Yeah,
Redemption.
I need that. I know where I went wrong the last time we met up, and I'm very confident that it'll go a different way for me again. So I'd like to call him out
right now.
I definitely am willing to come down there to his house.
Okay, I'm telling him right now. You're even gonna come all the way down out here? Is that what you said?
That's hey, it's the way this goes, man. You call somebody out, you got to come to
You gotta
it.
travel. Yeah.
Yeah, if I go down south, I'll have to stop by Tito's Tacos, and that makes it better too.
I'm so down with that, dog. We're going at the same time.
Okay, so yeah, I just told him that you called him out on the show, and I'm gonna send him the Zoom link too. See if he.
Yeah, get him in here.
That would be dope.
What'd he do? A big old laughing emoji?
Josh, we never even pulled in North for South. Now, like I wish we did, so I could get a little information on this. I've seen a few videos. You
well,
look strong.
I'll tell you this. Like, it's so weird because my growth, or I wouldn't even call it leveling up as much as I would call it being comfortable with where I'm strong. But in the last several months, I mean, it's completely changed. I'm pulling with people that I shouldn't even be pulling with, and they're like, dude, what the fuck? And I just found out how to get to where I need to go a lot better.
Right.
You know? And yeah, the last time me and him, met up, I was fairly confused about where to go. I was still like jittery at the table and getting those things out of the way. And I went the exact opposite way of how I pull. Like I went forward and tried to come in instead of dragging back. And my lat drag and my hook is like really, really decent. So, I didn't even try to utilize that. And I palm up. I gave up everything that he wanted and didn't go. So yeah.
You're going robotic.
You're breaking up.
We definitely pulled. I'm not, I'm not, nothing crazy.
Left hand, right?
Nothing crazy.
You guys going left-handed?
Well, see, that's the weird part is that my right hand is substantially stronger than my left, and like I can hold people on my right like really comfortably, like big dudes. Yeah, there's levels to this. I can't hold Derek, right? But I hold the fundamental arm wrestling. It goes high and outside. Tricky.
Get like 5 words like and then no words, Josh.
Yeah, you're breaking up. That was
really?
a joke, by the way. Yeah, that was a joke with the left hand. I know you guys are going right-handed.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah,
I'm driving. My bad.
Justin's at least Justin says he's a lot more comfortable lefty. That's his strong arm. They both feel good to me, and I attribute a lot of his strengths and skill to explosiveness. And I'd say that the biggest improvement I've seen in him has been translating that explosiveness into containment. You know, instead of just trying to, like, you know, jump to the pin and end up out here, he's actually, you know, getting position really quickly. But he reminds me of Caleb in that way, Caleb Velasco, because yeah, his hit, just the explosiveness of it is it's like wrangling something very, very awkward. But you think you could stop that hit left-handed, Josh?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah, you think you could stop his hit?
Yeah, well, I mean, did you watch our super match that we had last time?
It's been a while. It was about a year at least, right?
In December, yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, this was Armfest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I got there like maybe just at the end or something like that. Yeah.
I didn't make.
There was no time that I was thrown out of center or anything like that where I didn't get, like, I couldn't stop it. Like, I stopped it pretty. It wasn't like near the pad or nothing. Like, it was pretty right away. Like, my cupping negates a lot of that. When a guy tries to ride back, like, I grab low.
You're breaking up again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Bro, he's been frozen for me since this started. I haven't seen him move.
We're gonna like tie you into a satellite or something like that one of these days soon. Buy you a massive antenna or something for your house.
No, literally when I'm.
He's driving.
There he goes again.
Yeah. So all you guys are going to the SoCal Classics or just the select few?
I think I know what Will and Danny are. I can't make it. Just kind of helping promote for it. Are you going, Don?
I'm still kicking it around. Yeah.
You should. You should go.
Yeah, I'm still kicking it around because if I did that, I don't think I would do the Sonora then, because that would go. Then that guy jumps up to 199 class, so that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Because you got the 200 guys dropping down to that now, so most of us in the game, you know that how the weight class can make a difference. You know, when you're sitting there and you're beating someone at the table, but they're like at a practice or something, but you know they're a weight class below you. You know, well, maybe you should be beating them. You know, for the most part. So because 10, 15 pounds of upper body strength in this sport makes a big difference. A lot of us have chicken legs, and all our strength is upper body, you know, and all across our shoulders and chest, and that's where we're carrying it. So it just makes a difference, you know, whenever you start having a 40-pound weight class and you're at the bottom of that weight class, that's a big difference in this sport anyway.
Yeah.
Unless what's his name? How do you say it? Vasich, or how do you say his name?
Vrej.
Yes. If you're him, then I think you're safe anywhere, aren't you?
Yeah. You're that guy.
Will, your match with Alan Fisher, was that right? Of course it was right, because he doesn't compete left. Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it now. So Eric, are you also going to compete, go down there to SoCal Classic?
Yeah, I wasn't originally, because I was just going to do the Sonora tournament and then Patterson, I think. But then everybody's coming from Florida, so I might even pull pro class. this time around, and maybe do both amateur and pro. I'll probably just get smashed in the pro, but so many good guys from Florida are going to be in my weight category in the 99. So I don't know. I just wanted to see what they felt like, you know, try to test myself a little bit.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
do it.
like,
I mean,
it's not a bad idea.
if you're healthy and available, it's definitely not one to miss, I think.
Yeah. I'm feeling strong right now. I actually gave myself time to rest because my tendons were just bugging me. Even during the North versus South with my match with Isai, like I didn't even warm up because my arms were just flaring up so bad. And so now I've been weight training, and I feel like I've finally let myself heal a little bit, and we'll see. We'll put it to the test on May 13th and see what I got.
On that tournament, and when they do the super matches within the tournament, do the people in the super matches still compete in the tournament too?
If they want, yeah.
I think some of them are, yeah.
Like I know Austin is, Gabe is, as far as the light guys go.
Yeah.
Dallas, I'm sure will. But yeah, I'm sure everyone will. Jamie will, I'm sure.
And
If I fly all this way and not, why not?
They're holding the super matches after.
Hey, Damien, my boy.
What's up, man?
Dude, looking
How's it going?
slick. I miss you, bro.
Damien?
I haven't talked to you in like 4 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Not gonna be able to be on here for long, but just want to pop in for a few minutes to say what's up and to see how everyone was doing.
Dude, my day just got good.
Yeah.
Yep, Damien
Good to
made
see
my
you guys.
So Damien, so far I've seen some of the super match footage from your event, the Piedmont.
Yeah.
So is there any footage out yet for the what was it, the tag team deal you did?
Yes, that is out now.
Where can everybody watch that? Where can I watch it?
So that's on Dragon Den's Arm Wrestling YouTube channel. That's a guy named Mac Ruiz and Cody Wood. If you're familiar with Cody Wood, he's a lightweight out here. He's in Georgia. He has long blonde hair. He does like a lot of pull-up stuff, a lot of calisthenics.
Oh yeah.
That's their channel. Yeah, so it's live up on their channel right now. The tag team, ET's match, Bridget's match, couple others too, Zach Lee, and then Shane Owens versus Paul Walter.
So the guy that does the calisthenics, this is his channel?
Yeah, it's his, and he collaborates with another guy, Mac Ruiz. He's the one who does all like the video stuff, but it's basically their channel collaboratively.
Okay. Cool. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the tag team deal here. How do you feel that went?
I think it went really smoothly. It's still kind of like in an experimental stage. I'm really excited about the format. I'm sure it could be perfected. But as far as how I have it right now, I'm really happy with how everything went. Just to kind of give you guys a basic rundown of how it works is there's 2 teams of 3 competitors each. They each have their starter. After each round, they get to decide whether or not they want to choose tag another competitor in. Each competitor pulls 3 rounds total, no more, no less. It's a 9-round match total, and the team first to 5 wins.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it really did sound cool. It's very, very creative. I like it.
Yeah, like I know arm wrestling is primarily it's a one-man sport, but this is kind of a way to make it a team effort, and there's a lot of strategy involved. What I've noticed from the few times I've done it is depending on how you choose your tags, whether you tag someone in or not, pass a tag to the other team, stuff like that. Like there's a lot of strategy involved, and it can sway one way or another just depending on how you guys collaborate.
Right.
Okay, cool. Let's check this out real quick here.
I think it just went to another video.
Did it? Oh, wait. All right, here's his calisthenics intro. Warrior shit. Okay, here we go.
It's okay here. So it's Cody and Donnie. They're the starters here.
Finger war. For the crowds.
Pretty good.
So in a slip, can you tag the other opponent, or do you have to follow through into the straps?
No, it's you follow through into the straps. It's after each round is completed, then you can decide to choose tag in another competitor. So and the tags alternate each round. Both teams don't get to tag someone in. So in this case, Cody Wood's team, they won the coin toss in the beginning, so that gave them the right to tag in first. However, the team that has the right to tag in first, the other team can choose which side to start on, just to kind of balance things out a little bit.
Gotcha. Great video, by the way, like quality, and the vibe seems really cool at the event.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's super stressful to put on an event. I don't quite know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm very grateful for everyone's generosity who helped kind of put all the details together, you know?
Right. Yeah, everyone's invested in this. It's a cool vibe. Everyone just watching this. I love it.
It's a lot of fun. I'm just really hopeful that maybe other promoters will pick up the idea just to try it out. If they don't like it, that's fine. But at least to try it out, see how it works out, what the energy's like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for the same reason, round robins are really cool. You know, it kind of gets more of a group involved in a match setting, and just focus on that. And this is the guy that ET beat, right?
Yes. Yeah, I really was not sure how ET and the other guy's name is Joe Rogers, how it would go.
Right.
You know, it was really just kind of a blind guess. It's been like 3 years since I've even seen ET or gripped up with him. I was just kind of assuming based off how I know Joe feels he has a really good hand, but I knew if ET would get him inside, ET would have the advantage there. And it ended up being pretty close. ET did come out with the win 4-2, but Joe did flash him a couple times.
Right.
So.
Right. And that's, ET got to dig into his bag of tricks to switch his game up a little bit. I think when you were last polling with him, when you were still out here, I specifically remember that was when ET was leveling up like a lot. He just started leveling up, but he never stopped from that point.
Right.
He keeps getting stronger and stronger. And, you know, I know he's got a ways to go for Fisher. I don't know how far, but the one thing that stands out to me about ET is in the setup, he's getting really, really articulate, really good and fast at filling those little micro adjustments. And that's what I hear a lot about Fisher, how twitchy and everything. He can really sense what's going to happen.
Right.
He's very, very hard to throw off, you know, in the setup, trick or anything. His counters are really good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was super happy to have ET out though. It's like I said, since it's been so long, just to kind of see that progress he has made, and he got to see the progress I made, and you know, it was a real pleasure.
And you guys got a chance to pull?
Yes. Yeah, we got to pull. We pulled a little bit the night before left-handed, since ET had the right-handed match, and then I got to ET right-handed, but that was after he had a super match already. So.
Gotcha. So then you must be making a lot of improvements and all that too, huh?
I feel like I have made a lot of improvements since I've last saw you guys. I know my style has changed quite a bit. I started out kind of like a hook puller, kind of like how ET is now. And he started as a top roller, but I feel like we've kind of switched. You know, now I'm more like hand-based. But Yeah, I've learned a lot since I moved out here. A lot of the guys here in the South, it's just kind of a different culture. It's not necessarily better or worse. It's just I don't know, something about the South. Everyone has strong hands. You know, there's a lot of farms out here. There's a lot of a lot of diesel mechanics and stuff like that. Everyone has big, strong hands, and it just kind of made me level up my game in a different way. You know, I kind of fell away from the whole hook arm strength, and now I'm just like way more hand based.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I guess you wouldn't have much choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those when I pulled Tulsa, Oklahoma, yeah, there was people from every state around there that were coming out, and you hit the nail on the head. That most of them just have really good hand strength, really good forearm strength.
Yeah.
I remember gripping up when I gripped up with what's his name, Corey Johnson. I was like, at first I felt really comfortable with him, with his hand and the setup. I was like, man, his hand doesn't feel that big or anything like that. His fingers were kind of short, but my God, when that ref said go, like that clamp that he had on his fingers was absolutely incredible. Really strong.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you want to call out while you're on here, Damien?
Call out specifically? I don't know really. I know Caleb, he kind of called me out in a way. I know Caleb wants to pull me. And I'm down to pull anybody. I was kind of thinking about it. Like, if Caleb really wants to pull me, I'll give him the proposition that if he wants to pull me, he can fly out to me. And if he wins, I'll pay him for his flight. And I'll pay double that, actually. I'll pay for his flight, and then just so I'll have some extra money in his pocket. If I win, all he has to do is just cover his flight. He doesn't have to pay me anything.
What a deal.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So if he really wants it to happen, I am perfectly fine with doing that sort of deal.
I'm dropping down to 176 right now.
I'll take on anyone at 176.
That's awesome.
Caleb loves to travel, but he's maybe he can get up to that weight. I can't say I'm getting up there, Damien. Yeah, I'm north of 170 right now, but
yeah, I moved around a lot in weight. When I very first started with Alpha, I was up to like 210, to almost 220, and then I dropped all the way down to like 155, and now I'm sitting comfortably at about 180. So my class is about 176 right now.
So after all those,
where are you pulling out of now, Damien?
So I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina, but I started out in Southern California with Alpha Empire, Derek Smith's team.
Okay. Are you ranked over there where you're at?
So I was ranked #1 in North Carolina at 180 pounds and under. I relinquished that ranking just because someone wanted to pull me for the ranking, and I just couldn't at the time. I relinquished it, but yeah, I was ranked #1 in North Carolina.
Okay,
for my class.
So after fluctuating so much in your weight, Damien, does 180 seem to be the sweet spot for you right now? Is that where you're happy?
Yeah, for now. I mean, I would like to get down to 154 again. I feel like I can be super competitive there, but I feel like I could be just as competitive at 176 right now. And it's just easy for me to walk around at this right now. It took me a lot of work to get down to 154 and actually be comfortable there. Like I kind of felt like I was starving a little bit to get there, but now I can eat comfortably, walk around just fine, and I feel strong. I feel good.
Cool.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Danny, is that a Bud Light?
No, that is a tactical tea.
Bud Light.
Same shit.
My Get chips.
So I have a little call out, and let's see. I'll kind of let's see who knows the California rankings best. And this is a really stupid call out, but I have my reasons.
It's okay, Kane. I'll pull you.
Yeah. Whoever guesses the name first can be the first one to just completely tell me how much of an idiot I am.
I'm guessing.
Don
I'm going to take a guess right off the bat, and I think it's somebody from your home turf. Am I right?
How home turf?
Okay, I might not be right. Let me see. I think that you want to pull. I think that you want to pull Will, and I think you want to pull Gabe.
I do. Yeah, I do want to pull both guys. But for current Will, I don't think I have an answer for him right now. There was a time where I snuck one past him, but he's serious. He's training now, and he's using what he's got. Too good for me. This person is actually ranked above both of those guys, and I actually have racked my brain. You know, the first person ahead of me is Christian Zepeda. I've only got a win on him. He doesn't have a win on me, but I know how the rankings work. I need like 2 in a tournament or something.
Well, actually, it says that Gabriel Young is ranked above you, Kane.
Yeah, Gabe is ranked above me.
So is ET.
There's certain guys between me and the person I'm calling out that I should technically go through. So I don't know if he'll accept the match, but those guys, not only do we know each other too well, anatomically, like I kind of feel less confident with a lot of them. But the person, okay, this will give it away. Right-handed.
Oh, the suspense.
Right-handed. This person is number 2 at 165 pounds.
David? Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, that one.
Yeah. I know it's ridiculous. I have pulled him in a tournament and got pinned by him once and fouled out with him once. But there was areas where I felt like there, could be a lane. And I know I'll probably lose, but fuck it, why not?
Why not?
Go for it.
I appreciate every single one of you tuning into the first episode of Arm Wrestling Delusions. We've really had a lot of fun here. Hopefully we can keep this going.
That's our new team motto is the team delusion. Like
delusion would be an absolute confidence that I'm going to beat this guy. I just want to match with him, and I'm okay with the fact that there's a good possibility I'll lose.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I've had some people trying to call me out for my low ranking and everything like that, and I haven't really made any attempts to move up, I guess. And but my attitude is if I lose, I'll learn. But yeah, I want to match with the guy, and not only that, if he's willing to do it, I want to do it. It's nice and local for us. I think he's an LA guy, so we could do the Arm Fest first week of June, and I'd like to do it Arm War style. I'd like to do it best of 6.
That'd
be awesome.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I'm totally fucking with you, Kane, about the delusion thing. I mean, if you're gonna, you shoot for the moon, you land with the stars, right? So there, you definitely want to shoot for the top of the rungs. But styles make matches. I mean, we all know that, and I would not doubt that there's avenues and lanes where you can, get yourself in there and make it interesting. But I mean, it can go both ways. That'd be an awesome match for sure.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about which way the match goes, and I wouldn't call him out if I didn't think there was a way I could at least get a pin in there on him. my biggest thing is I don't want to insult the guy, and I don't want to insult all the people between me and him. But, you know, I'm saying it openly right now, like a lot of those guys between me, they're not only teammates, you know, they're people that know me really well. And a lot of them have really long levers, and I'm currently kind of having a little bit of a trouble with that, fouling out with all of them. Guys like Caleb, guys like Will, even guys that are on that list that are, you know, anywhere between 5'7" and 5'10" have longer arms than me. But David and me, we have very similar forearm lengths, and I like where his style is, where he's strong. That, you know, I think there might be some things I could try.
I think that's what me and you were talking about after our match too, because there was issues with that same thing with the back pressure. Yeah, you had an incredibly long, you have incredibly long arms, and I had to, like, you know, post and rise so much that I blew out both ulnar nerves on both arms, pulling you, trying to maintain height on you without fouling. But yeah, that's currently, so I do want to go after Caleb, I do want to go after Will, I do want to go after these guys, but it's going to take some more work, and that's another realistic part, you know, for me, that I have to accept. How is it in practice with you and Ricky? Ricky's different because he's a different monster in competition. Ricky will oftentimes, you know, not give you everything and kind of do the Devin Larratt thing, or even make you feel make you think that you're strong or stronger, but it's not the case. Ricky, the only time I've competed with him was in Tulsa. Overall, in placing, he took the win. I mean, I think he took like third, and I took maybe fourth or something, right-handed, in the 165s. I did sneak one pin on him, but it happened to be right when a parade was like going by, like singing songs and shit, and they like did it abruptly right when he said go. I think I might have caught him off guard or something like that. But he has a shorter arm than most of us. His arm is still longer than mine, and his hand is bigger. For coverage, you know, he's got good coverage. He knows me really, really well, and I know him well too, but I don't think I have the experience to combat what he has. Honestly, I'll be perfectly transparent. For me, it was between him and David. I mostly don't want to pull a teammate, and I think Ricky knows me too well. He's my coach. He's taught me most everything I know. So yeah, that's why I was asking. I was curious.
Yeah.
Hey Kane, I just wanted to say that I'm about to hop off here, but I just wanted to kind of say that you don't have to you shouldn't have to feel any type of way about calling anybody out, like shooting for the top guys. I mean, that's what the sport's all about, and that's what I love about it most. You know, like this is one of the only sports that I know about where pretty much everybody is unreachable, or it's not unreachable. You know, everybody's reachable. You know, so you shouldn't have to worry about him being offended or anything like that. Just do your thing, man. And I hope you get the match. I look forward to seeing it if it happens.
Yeah, heck yeah. I appreciate that, brother. That means a lot.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming on here.
Of course, I just want to echo that offer that I gave to Caleb. If he wants to pull me, all he has to do is pay for the flight. If I beat him, and if he beats me, I'll pay double his flight.
It's a good proposition, right. Caleb. You know, you love to travel. Get out there and get some, Caleb.
Hey, and Caleb, I got your flight.
Hey. I don't think there's any excuses to be had there. I think Caleb's got to jump on this for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Well, it was good talking to you guys, seeing you guys, and I'm about to head out. Thanks, guys.
Good to see you, brother. Have a good night.
You as well.
So, Kane, has David ever pulled in a super match setting, or is he just strictly a tournament puller? Because I don't think I've ever seen him pull in a super match.
Yeah, that's a really good question. That's why I can't even call out the guy directly ahead of me, Christian, because he doesn't pull super matches. But
that's weird.
Yeah, I don't think he would be against it. I haven't heard that he doesn't. And I talked to Scott Wynn, who's his direct teammate, and Scott Wynn had two things to say for me. The first was, "You're crazy, Kane," and I said I agree. And the second was, "Go for it." And it sounds like he, the way he put it, sounded like it could happen, like you might do it.
Well, that might play into your favor is what I'm at, what I'm kind of getting to is that
multiple rounds.
Yeah, multiple rounds. You
Yeah.
might be able to, because he has a crazy hit, so you might be able to catch him, round 2, and just he'll, burn himself out and then, take his hand. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see.
Maybe. Unmute yourself, Josh.
My bad. I think it would be so helpful and beneficial if we had like tournament rankings and then separate rankings for like these individual super matches and things like that.
I have no rank.
Just because. Yeah. Well, just because like the tournament style, I mean, it can easily be like equated to like NASCAR and how it's like an overall point system and a standing at the end of the year. And then you have your super matches, which is kind of more like one-on-one, your ranks on the line immediately. You don't have to wait for a bunch of things to happen for the rank shift to happen. Yeah, I think it would just eliminate a lot of confusion. And then just like you're saying, like, okay, there's a guy above you that you have to wait until you guys link up at the perfect time to try to get that spot because there's no other way to do it, right? So
yeah,
just an idea.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of ranking in general, I definitely prefer super matches for it, not just because I prefer super match polling. It just seems more it seems more exact. There's more opportunity to see who's the better puller. There's so many variables that come into a tournament. So I do agree with you. They are different monsters. I think tournament pullers should have a ranking system for sure. But yeah, there's like no excuses. There's no gray space in a super match, unless one of them's unhappy with the ref or something like that.
Yeah.
But we've got Derek Smith in the chat, and I hope David is watching this, because Derek Smith said, "Hyped to help you get ready for this match. I have Derek Smith on my back, David. I am invincible."
Yeah, he only has Vosgin and David,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of nobodies.
No, but Derek Smith.
You and Derek can do a last minute switch up, and you can put a name tag that says Kane.
Yeah.
And
I'll wear the backwards hat and everything. And lifts on.
That'd be cool.
Benny, who are you going to be calling out?
I'm at a weird place.
Isai. He's calling out Isai Martinez. He's getting
That's a
redemption
good one.
for Eric.
Yeah, get him for me, Benny. Come on now.
Yeah, that's it. That's who Benny's been wanting. He was supposed to pull him at North versus South, and they ended up switching it up because Eric wanted like a shot at revenge. They were a little bit closer in weight because Benny's walking around more like 126 or something like that, or I think he might be 185, whatever it is. But yeah, so I think that him and Isai has to happen. It has to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what you want, Benny. You want Isai? Like, I guess.
That's not what I was gonna say, but I'll take it.
Who were you gonna say besides Caleb? Who were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I'm at a weird point where I don't think there's many people that are my skill level in terms of how long I've been doing this. Relative to like my weight areas, I don't know enough people, I think, to give an authentic call out.
Call me out,
Mr. Mormon. Call out the legend.
You got that long arm, that could be good. Well,
hey Don,
Yes, sir.
I think that we have another fatal three-way in the makings right here. You versus Kane versus Benny.
Ooh.
So I don't.
Both of them?
Fuck yeah!
You're setting me up for a double loss again, aren't you?
No,
Hey,
me
you've done
and
it
Benny.
before. I mean,
Me and Benny
didn't
tag
you have
team
half the matches
versus
North
Dawn.
versus South?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that, Kane. That'll work.
I think I actually pulled my first match 10 times.
Yeah, Nick made a new video. He had the left-handed super matches, then the right-handed, and then he had Don Mormon's matches. His own video just for you. I mean, you pulled so many damn matches. No, I mean, I'm just joking around. But
well, he should.
He might as well. Yeah. I mean, Don told everybody.
I was tired.
He even pulled my leg and told me he wasn't feeling strong after the first match.
No. Hey, it gets that way, in this sport, especially when you're old.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hey, Kane, I just wanted to say real quick, I don't think it's crazy that you're going up the list and calling somebody out. I did the same thing with you. I'm not ranked. I went up to pull Mike Brown. I went up to pull you. I lost to Mike Brown and I pulled you, and you're ranked above him. So it's not a slight on nobody. It's if you think that there's a lane and there's something that you got for to beat, then give it a try. That's kind of why, like, the styles make matches thing. That's why I'm interested in this match with Caleb. Like, eventually, someday, I want that match. I've wanted that match since the first time I've seen him pull, but I think he's kind of on another level right now and trying to climb as much as he can. So eventually, when he's got a minute, I definitely want that too.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody needs to lock that dude up.
What's that?
Caleb, somebody needs to lock that dude up. He is leveling up way too hard right now, way too fast.
Yeah.
Dude feels crazy, bro. Look at May 13th. Yeah, John Hutchison. Hey, he's gonna have a fight in his hands, man. I'll tell you that. I don't know much about John. He seems like a cool guy, but dude, Caleb, at the other day at practice, I've never felt him feel like that. I mean, he feels incredible. Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, 100%. He felt ridiculous.
Incredible. Like a whole different level from what he was a month ago. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, whoa.
What felt different? Just stronger?
Well, so again, like I'm really strong in the cup, right? And like, that's like a good move for me. I couldn't even bend his wrist. Like, I couldn't even do anything. Like, no engagement or anything. I mean, we're just practicing, we're playing around, but still, like, I know what's up. No, his wrist, the integrity of his hand, the strength between his fingertips and here was just all solid. Like, nothing was budging, nothing was moving, and there was no need for exaggerated movements, because just the small click of the hand would take everything away from you. And he just, that static that, he has it, man. He knows what to train. He's training with, some of the best arm wrestlers on the planet and consistently. And yeah, it's showing, man. It's showing. I definitely believe that dude will be a world champion at some point, for sure. Simply because of his drive and his dedication to the sport. I mean, the guy is traveling around to so many tournaments left and right across the U.S., back and forth, taking super matches, whatever he's got to do, win or lose, it doesn't matter. And he gets up the next day and is smiling just like he was today about it. So yeah. I mean, those type of people, that's how champions are born. Champions don't make excuses. Champions don't say, oh, I got all this going on, I can't do it. They get up and they fucking do it. He wants to be a champion. Like, he doesn't just do this as a hobby like a lot of people. And so, yeah, he's fucking feeling crazy right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with his trajectory. He's very talented, and he's got so much to work with. The thing that you mentioned that really sticks out to me, for if anybody, I've only done the tiny bit of traveling to see how it can help, but I've heard it from all the greats. You know, Jamie Sheldon has told me, Derek has told me, getting out and traveling it is kind of that next level. You get too cozy in your local area with the same local people. You can really be stagnant, or at least your ascension is much slower. Right. And it really is the dudes, you watch them, the dudes like Caleb that aren't afraid to, or, you know, have the means to get out there and travel. That's where you feel different things for sure.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, I definitely know that some people, like you're saying, the means, like, yeah, I mean, not everybody can, you know, pay to travel all the time and go and do these tournaments. That's for sure. But right. Okay. No, I know, like, we all have different, you know, situations and scenarios, but that's also what makes it different for everybody. Some people it's hobby, like Derek was talking about the other day. Some people just like to come to practice to have a beer and hang out with their friends, and that's fine too. Right. But those guys who have decided that this is more than that for me, just like I decide to get up and work every day, it's the same thing. Like, I decide to do that because it's going to pay the bills and it's this and that. Well, if I want to be a champion, I got to decide to make sacrifices. Right. And yeah, I mean, and it sucks, but it is few and far between nowadays. I mean, there's some guys you see at all the tournaments, and then some guys you only see when the tournament is 5 miles away from them, you know?
Right. Yeah, just using his weight class as an example. So here, I mean, of course, there's lots of guys that are going to be competitive with Caleb, right? Towards the top of our list. But we separate Alan Fisher, you know, from that list. Alan Fisher is different. Okay. He's a world champion, and he's been for a very long time. So he is our, you know, person that will help level him up to be able to just feel that. So any of us that feel Alan Fisher in a serious way is going to know what the hell is out there. But to also have the opportunity to go out there and see what Roman Gromov feels like, you know, not in any delusional way, you know, the willingness to go out there and feel what the hell this guy feels like, you know, and take that back home and level up, use that against your local guys, the Kevin Palco, Corey Johnson, Dustin Hyatt, you know, all these guys that are in different parts of the country. And shoot, then if you branch out into the world, man, that's crazy. Like, even if you get sent home with your head between your legs, you know, it's like you still have so much information to go on, because those people are, you know, so much stronger than maybe the local guys that you're training with.
You get to see what's possible in your weight class. Like, wow, this is possible at 165 pounds, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's like that old saying, to know true success, you have to understand failure.
Who in professional arm wrestling has never lost?
Yeah. Right.
You know, I mean, it's humbling. It's a humbling sport. And if you can take them losses, boy, you just bounce right back and want to drive harder on the next one. You know, that's how most of us go. You know, I mean, look at like when Jeffrey was saying, he shot up high, and when I talked to him, I said, hey, you know, when you shoot up high like that, you know, you take a loss like that, and you still stepped up to the plate. You know, there's big respect just for stepping up to the plate and facing these guys that are higher up and ranked. There's something to say just for stepping up to the plate on that, because you know, that it still takes a lot of self-confidence to do that, you know, because you know, especially when you're not ranked. Jeffrey, I'm not ranked, and I don't know who else isn't ranked, but you know, we don't have a place, so we're just kind of floating around trying to hit this to see where we fit in, you know, and that's why I still think you're scared, Kane.
that was such a perfect build-up for that. I swear to God.
That was a good twist, brother. I like
Legend.
We're kind of in limbo. I know I belong on the list somewhere. I just don't know where it is, and that's where I want to find. Yeah, I want to find that spot.
Right.
But even like what you were saying though, Kane, like you may be ranked at 14 or 15 if I look on the list. I'm not 13, 12.
12 on right, yeah.
And then you may have an issue with the two guys that are above you. But then what happens then if you go and you beat Devi? You know what I mean? Like that, you can't beat some of the guys that are below you. So do you skip them and go up to? I mean, how does that work?
Right. And that's definitely an interesting part of the sport because you're right.
Styles make matches thing.
Styles do make matches.
Yeah.
Kane, if you're on the threshold of ranking, you'll have a lot of people knock on your door because they're just going to see if they can get a foot in the door because you would be the threshold of it if you're down there on that. Where are you ranked right now?
12 on right and lower on left, probably. Yeah.
So you are what would be the threshold then, you're just right there where someone, well, let's see if it's good enough. I'll challenge Kane, I mean, that's where you're at right now. And you're going to have a lot of people that aren't ranked probably knock on your door because of it.
He was right, Don. He wrote me a real wonderful song.
I know, I heard it. I thought
he said that he was the gatekeeper of the class, and he definitely showed me.
Hey, I need to add to that because listen, okay, after Jeff had his super match with Vince Pulaski Sr. and then he had his super match with Mike Brown, and then he had his super match with you, Kane. The end result, it didn't turn out the way that Jeff wanted or whatnot. But when we talked about it, I explained to him the same thing. It's a fucking win. You got out here, you put your neck on the line, and then if we're really breaking down variables, he beat all you guys in round one.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So if we're in a tournament, you never know what can happen. But Jeff was asking me, do I belong here? Of course you belong here. Of course you belong here,
Hey, I appreciate that, Josh. That's awesome.
If the arm goes down once, it can go down again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys are in a real dangerous and unpredictable position, because it's not like you've been getting out there going against a lot of these guys of more recently, and who knows what can happen with you guys. And Jeff did take wins, regardless of the fact that maybe the overall win did not happen. He took wins in both of those matches, and it matters. And in those wins, they were very convincing. So that means that there's adjustments that could be made. That means that maybe where he was strong, that will be better applied against somebody else on that list.
Right.
Realizing where you're strong and things like that.
Well, and that goes back to what we were just talking about traveling, right? So over this last 6-7 months, Jeff has had a traveling hand. His hand has went out and had these matches with all these different people that he never pulled before. And he's gotten to go and take that back with himself and take a piece of that and know, okay, this is how he felt. This is how he felt. This is where I'm at with this guy. So, I mean, it's all a learning experience and it's all ammunition, right? So,
Yep. Absolutely. It's a learning experience. And I take the videos from each one of them and I go over it 1,000 times and I talk about it and this, we're doing that, and I told you that you needed to do this and you didn't do it. And so it's like, okay, I know where I need to sharp tools and how I would have, if the match was tomorrow, I'd pull you completely different than the way that I did the last time. But it's a learning experience. It's for the long haul. We're not in it for,
Yeah, and that's cool about you for sure.
What's up, Josh?
I told him how to beat you, Kane. I told him how to beat you.
Yeah. We haven't even pulled yet, Josh.
What Jeff had told, see, here's the thing about me is I'm an observational specialist, right? I pick up everything, and I have a photographic memory, right? So I know how so many people pull just by watching them, right? But yeah, like I talked to Jeff before North versus South, and he was like, "Look, man, Kane's having a baby soon. I really think that it would be like a cool, gift to him if I just let him take this win." And I was like, "Jeff, that's really big on you. That's really fucking cool." So,
So you let him just, like, sneak in a couple wins and then okay, be nice.
Yeah. He's like, I'll give him a couple. I'll give him a taste real quick and let him know what it could be, and then I'm gonna say, "Here you go. Congratulations on the new baby. Take this win home. Feel good." Because you know what? In a couple of months, you're gonna have a fucking dad bod, Kane. You better watch out.
That's right.
Hey, when she's already creeping in. You're already up to 70.
Yeah, Kane's gonna come back with a baby. He's gonna be pulling the 209 class.
Why am I gaining weight?
Hey, Carl Gerke is a #1 heavyweight, and he was telling me that once I start carrying that baby around, shit's gonna happen. You guys watch out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get all over you.
Have the little lock.
Hey, he's not lying, bro. I bet you that's where a lot of my inside game comes from, is just carrying kids for all these years.
Yeah, you're gonna hold on to that baby for dear life. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I've been carrying children for 15 years, going on 16 years. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Don.
All right, guys, I'm gonna actually head out and get plates now. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, good to see you, Jeff. Yeah, I think a match with you would be fun as all hell, Don.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it would too. You got to pull me left though too.
I would do it. We could go right and left.
Brigade.
What's your what's the stronger one?
I don't know. All my trophies up there have left and right, so both.
Okay.
I think I probably have some better wins left-handed than right-handed, probably.
Can we get a trophy shot, Don? Can we see the trophies? Oh yeah.
Nice.
See that, Kane?
Kane, you see that? Oh, you missed it, Kane.
Oh, one more time. Oh wow.
Yeah.
You got bling over there.
Oh, here there's this one too. This one here has to sit on the ground here. This was.
Oh, it must be the team trophy with Ing and Tersey.
Yes, that big dude up there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, where do you even get one of those?
That was Petaluma.
Okay.
36th anniversary, 97, October 97.
Very cool. That's amazing. You're walking history, Don.
This one right here, Scott Wynn hates it. That one there, I eliminated Scott Wynn. So. Actually, I'd like to pull Scott again. I'd like to pull him left-handed though.
Yeah, that would be a cool match. Yeah.
Is he doing 76s or is he doing 98s?
I think
he's doing 98s.
Yeah, he's got a cut to 185. I think he pulled that off recently, but yeah, he's sitting a little heavier.
Oh, okay. That's right. It's 85 too now, right? All right. Yeah, because I'm sitting about 179 right now. So because I'm trying to just stay up. I was trying to get up closer to 85 for Patterson, and then I was thinking about the Sonora, but then that Southern California one with the 76 just sounds like it's fun too. So I'd like to get down there just to, like you guys were saying, you see other people, you pull other hands, you do get better that way. I mean, I liked it going to the different clubs, because I was roaming on Nowhere to Run, the Bay Area with Matt Silva, and then Turlock with the Armbenders. So just floating around and gripping up with the different clubs was fun too. So, but that's still local guys, you know. You go out of your realm and it's a different ball game.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah, in terms of the world, Ed Bedrosian was just reminding us in the chat that David Stepanian actually got second in the world. He's not just second in California. So
nice.
Yeah. This is true. and it was WAF Worlds, right?
Yeah. Oh, and that's very legit. How long ago was it that he got second at WAF?
Just last year.
This was the last year. Okay.
When you challenge someone like that wins something like that, you should be hearing, you know, the Eye of the Tiger music and stuff in your head, right? You know,
yeah,
give you the drive.
Yeah, I think of my grandpa Fontecchio. If he was in this sport, if he got into it, you know, many years ago when it was really starting to get big, I mean, I honestly think he would have been a world champion. He just, his build, and he built homes for years, and he just had massive, he's a light guy like me, but massive forearms, big old catcher's mitts for hands. And I remember when we'd come over, me and my sister at around 100 pounds each or so, we'd just hang on his arms and he would rep out, you know, doing curls. But yeah, when I was a kid, he was the first one, if I remember correctly, that introduced me to arm wrestling. But yeah, in terms of like non-professional, he used to do it all the time with tough builders and stuff and just smash everybody. But I guess he was never really exposed to it. But
hey, Kane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Do you know how long we've been on here?
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Let's break Aussie arm wrestlers record. We'll go for 26 hours straight.
Go north. Go north.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Woo. Let me put my little pinky arm up. Yeah. Yeah, but what made me think of him, I actually saw him Monday for his 100th birthday. He just turned 100 years old.
Oh my.
Yeah, he was he fought in World War II on one of the carriers. He was a gunner. And yeah, he saw serious action for his 100th birthday at his condo complex. We literally threw a parade for him. A bunch of veterans like got together with the car club and had just a bunch of classic cars driving by a little picnic that we had, and they all came out and saluted him and gave him gifts and stuff. It was intense.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's just one of those enigmas that's, you know, this sport, there's so many of them out there. You wish you could get them all in, but you know, there's a lot of bad dudes out there for sure that will never compete.
We call them the naturals, right?
What's that?
We call them the naturals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I was pretty bummed out that Jamie Sheldon already took that nickname.
What?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Because, you know, I'm just fucking naturally a beast. I don't even have to try. I wake up like this.
I have to ask, how does your dick taste right now?
Well, if you notice all this hair in the fucking way, you know.
Josh, where is Justin Webb sitting on the rankings right now?
I believe he's one spot ahead of me. I believe he's 14 and I'm 15, or he's 15 and I'm 16 or something like that. I don't even know. Like I have an asterisk next to my name. Like so I think he's 15. Like, and I'm the first asterisk behind him type thing.
And this is at 185?
No, 209 or 205.
So who's the threshold for?
Yeah, that's where Justin was
like was pulling last year when we pulled. Like we were around the same weight. We were both 210 when we pulled.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was ever that heavy.
Yeah. Well, you know, he was quite a bit heavier before, you know, he lost a bunch of weight, but yeah, he was pulling like he's ranked in the 209 class or 205 class, whatever it is.
Right.
How do you pull against is it Andy, is it Langfield?
Langfield.
How do you pull against him?
Josh.
Oh,
No,
me?
you, Kane.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I've the only super match I've had with him I won. But
because isn't he the threshold for 185?
He might, I think he's on there. But he's made extreme gains of late. And I believe a lot of those is knowing how he's got a really good long lever on him, and he's learned how to use that a lot more. And I believe that's what helped him beat Caleb. But I was pretty tore up when we pulled last, so it's hard for me to really know for sure where we are right now. But there's a good possibility that he'd take me out in a super match. I'm not sure.
I have a huge call out that just came in.
Came in where?
To my messages.
Oh, okay.
DJ Galvan, the one who pulled Paul Stevens.
Yeah.
Wants to pull Ronnie Vega, and he's willing to put up $500.
Ooh. All right.
Go DJ.
Ronnie Vega is one spot above DJ. DJ's number 5, Ronnie's number 4. And then above them are obviously the top 3, Jody Smith, Ryan Ballesteros, and Carl Gerke.
So this would be 205 or 2.
I believe it's what, the 232 class or whatever they call it. The heavyweight, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like a killer match. I suck at I remember thinking Miko was like 170 pounds and he's like 220 pounds. I can't figure out weights. Yeah,
Right.
all right. Well, you heard it first. We'll make sure that Ronnie Vega gets the message.
Joe, call out.
Anything else, guys?
No, I gotta go. Love you guys, but I gotta get up for a flight tomorrow.
Hey, Danny, you're a trooper. I saw you trying to get off the call 10 minutes ago, bro.
Right on, brother. Enjoy your night. Thanks for coming on, Danny.
I'll see you later, dude.
Later, Danny.
We'll see you.
Yeah.
So I believe what we have next on the agenda, guys, is for Tuesday. We're looking to you're making me look like a sissy, guys.
You are. You won't accept the match.
Don, I don't like making legends look bad.
You can't make me bad. See, I'm one of those guys right now that you could beat me, I'm still the winner.
Oh, shit.
No, you'd
This
probably
is getting
smoke me,
intense.
but I'm not one to turn down
honestly,
matches. I take it. We just got to make it happen.
I think right-handed, if I feel good, I think we'd be a good pull.
Okay.
And I don't know about left-handed, how you do left-handed, but I would pull you left-handed too.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if you can't get your stuff or whenever you're all done, just keep me in mind, you know.
You got it. You got it. And yeah, absolutely. I want that match. That would be an honor. It would be fun and really cool.
If you're wanting to dabble in 70s anyway, I'm right there anyway.
Right on. So I believe Tuesday, what we've got in the works, we've got a little time to prep for it, and we've been getting a lot of responses, is youth arm wrestling. So we're gonna blast the crap out of it. You guys help me out. Let's get the names in. Let's share. I think that's gonna be a really cool one. There's so many that have responded. I didn't expect that I think we are. Yeah, Josh, you and I were talking in terms of like the difference between kids and teens, and how we're going to classify those. But it seems like the majority of the response we're getting right now is for those teenage pullers. I don't think we've got any girls, but yeah, everyone's sitting around 15 to 18 years old. So we'll probably do that for Tuesday. But I also think it would be fun as hell just to get a bunch of kids on here that are like into arm wrestling and just get like a wild conversation going on about it. Just hearing your kid, dude, at the party house up north. Evan was just like all the questions he was at. He knew every puller, like names I didn't know. He's like, "What do you think about this guy? What do you think about it? Can this guy beat this guy? Can this guy beat that?" That's what I want, man.
I had him over. I had Evan over at Mike McGraw's at the last practice trying to do pull-ups holding an L at the same time. Yeah, so he's going to be working on his core. So he's gonna, if he starts getting that down, he's going to get real strong.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
And the cool part is, man, anytime he goes over there and any of these guys show him anything, he comes home and that's all he wants to do. Well, Don told me to do this. Mike told me to do this. I got to go do this. And I'm like, okay, bro. Yeah. No, I think it'd be great. Yeah, it's a good idea for sure.
Right on. And the other thing we've been throwing around has been the Female Fridays, first Friday of every month.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, if we can make that happen, get some different women on, we'll just scour the country, see what we can find. I really do want to do a little bit of outreach. I know we've got plenty to cover in this country, and it would be hard for language barriers, but if we can reach some people outside of the country, that would be cool. We just have to, the people that we get on, they have to be able to speak English, you know, either that or I got to learn a bunch of different languages really fast. And so do you, Josh. But yeah, like the Mexico guys, if we can get some, I know a few of them speak pretty good English. And I mean, I've been to their Mexicali practice. If you ever get the opportunity when they're throwing a practice, go. Like it's one of the coolest things. So I don't know if Don and Benny, if you saw our episode with Alpha Empire the other day, but a lot of the guys were talking about how the team started and how it was just like a bunch of beer drinkers with an arm wrestling problem is what they called it. And they just beat the crap out of each other. Yeah. I don't know if it's been a couple of years, so I don't know if it's changed in Mexico, but they throw kind of like our Arm Fest in Mexicali. They throw this big practice where teams like from, I think it's Sonora, like literally like 13 hours away. These people are driving from all over their country to go to this massive combined practice. They got the carne asada going on the barbecues nonstop, beers flowing. And those, I mean, I never hurt so bad after a practice. Those, they know how to get down over there. I don't know if they've gotten more organized, but it was just like being in the old West. Those guys just strong hands and everyone's just going hard as all hell. But I mean, they were also like the nicest group of people as well. Really
yeah, they're
welcoming, very
hospitable, moving around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Benny, we're getting our Team Mexicali shirts made next week.
Yeah.
No. I'm joining their team. It sounds like a blast.
Yeah, I want to talk to the India guys, get them on here. That'll be interesting. But
hey, you know, actually with that, okay, our teammate Manjot, he is from India and he has a lot of connection with Indian arm wrestlers over there, Pradeep and different guys like that. And he obviously speaks, you know, their language, so he can help us translate, or if there was people that had broken English. However, most of them that I've talked to speak English and Russian and Indian and a lot of languages. So it should be cool. But he has connection with quite a few people over there. So
okay. Yeah, those two, let's put them on our radar. And Brazil would be good too if we can get some English speakers on.
What nationality is Eli?
Eli's Russian.
Russian.
Yeah, and he'll be coming down May 13th for the SoCal Arm Fest for the Florida versus Cali. Derek, had specifically asked me when we were on the stream if I could get Eli and Israel, for the bigger class to come. And I talked to them both. And so we're working on getting Israel to be able to make it. But Eli is for sure coming down to compete. So
if you're gonna mess with me, I'm gonna have Eli with me. I keep saying he's like a big bodyguard.
Hey, he pretty much is, man. Like the way he speaks.
With the name Eli, it fits. Don't mess with me.
Is he the new guy that came to North vs. South?
Yeah. He's the sweetest dude in the world. He is. Right? And he doesn't know much English, so he's like always apologetic and like, I'm sorry about my English. But he comes up to you and he goes, "Hey, comrade, how are you?" Right? Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good." And then instead of saying, "All right, I'm gonna go over here," he goes, "I must move." And then he's going, no, it's fucking, I love it, dude. Like, it's so classic the way he presents everything. And but yeah, he's so excited about this. He actually, when I met him at the memorial for Matt Hughes, and then for Kenny Hughes at Matt's house, I'm sorry. And then we seen him again at Mike McGraw's. And when he was there, he was asking about North versus South. He actually had his mom get on the phone with me and translate just so I could invite him to North versus South and he could come. So he's so into this and he'll go anywhere. He trains with Jody Smith. He works actually with Caleb and Vadim. So he's around arm wrestling all day.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we talked a little bit at the after party and that dude was nothing but kind. Really good, humble guy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Are you connected with James Fowler at all, Kane?
Not really, no.
No? Okay. Well, maybe if he's watching this, my son really wants to have a super match with James Fowler's son. They pulled once before at Grinder Gym. And that's who Evan's been working towards for this whole last year. And so it maybe if we could figure out, a time where I could come down and pull Justin and Benny could pull Isai and my son could pull his son. I mean, we could have a few North versus South fun matches at the SoCal Arm Fest,
I like it.
Try to work it out.
What's his son's name?
I believe that it's also James.
Is it?
I believe
Okay.
He's a junior. I mean, I could be wrong. I definitely know his last name is Fowler, though, for sure. He's the kid with the curly hair. He's pulled at pretty much every Grinder Gym youth tournament they've had. Yeah. Okay. He's always winning. So,
all right.
Yeah,
let's make it happen. I mean, just shooting from the hip, they only do the Arm Fest once a month. What month do you think this needs to happen?
I mean, I was thinking right now we're April, right? We have a little bit of stuff, everybody has tournaments and stuff coming up or whatever. I mean,
it can't be the 1st of May.
I was thinking like the first week of July would be awesome. It gives everybody plenty of time to get their stuff out of the way and to try to be fresh and it's nice, nice summertime and holiday.
Perfect. Yeah, and because if I get my match with David in June, then maybe Don, you and I could go right and left in July if you come out with these guys in July.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, get some California sunshine. We'll all go to the beach.
So remember, if I win, I win. If you win, you're beating up a guy that's turning 60.
Hey, I don't know why when you said that, Don, I was waiting for you to say you got to pay double my gas like Davian did.
Tell you what, if you guys come out here, I'll help. A lot of my clients for my business are B&B owners. We'll see if we could, if I get us a good deal on a B&B up in the mountains. Because from Arm Fest, I'm only like maybe an hour and 20 minutes away. It's not too far. I mean, half of that is coming down a beautiful mountain. The other half is like 30-40 minutes. Unless you guys want to go stay down there somewhere, but it's pretty cool up here. You guys
I'm
are
used to
always
driving
welcome.
that much distance all the time.
Sorry, what?
I'm used to driving that much distance all the time anyway to get out of this town. So
okay, cool. Yeah, we got lakes up here. We could do fishing, have a few drinks.
You got fishing?
We're gonna poll.
Yeah.
We're gonna poll and we're gonna poll and we're gonna poll some more.
Yeah. All right. All right.
We might be doing a lot more close quarter stuff pretty soon. Yeah, my wife and I, some really cool things happened recently in this last couple of days, and we've been talking about going back down south and buying some properties. So we might be out of the Central Valley before the end of the year and be down there, depending on how things work. But it's definitely it's been one of the top conversations for the last while. So, yeah.
I hope it's close to Tito's Tacos.
Especially if you're into marketing, it sounds like you could do a lot of that work remotely. Yeah, the property down here, most everywhere is going to be ridiculous. For like a 1-2 bedroom house, you could be getting up, close to $1 million, 700, 800, 900,000. But where I'm at, like everywhere prices are up a little bit, but you can get some beautiful land and places with a house on it up here with services and everything. We get some winters sometimes, but usually it's just like we might get 1 or 2 wicked storms, but it's mostly clear for the majority of the winters. But where I'm located, I mean, I'm only like 2 to 2.5 hours from San Diego's deal. I'm 40 minutes from Alpha Empire. They're like right at the base of our mountain, and all the OC teams, yeah, like an hour and 20 minutes away. And then LA, it's like the same thing as San Diego, but the opposite direction. It's like a hour, maybe up to 2 hours. But yeah, it's there's a lot of good spots around this mountain if you still want that kind of country vibe. But as soon as you get down the mountain, it gets real expensive real quick.
Yeah, you know where I'm going, bro. I'm going to Tunaville if I come down there.
Tunaville?
Yeah, that's where I lived when I went to school down there. That's all the Portuguese people live down there.
Okay.
Point Loma. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we definitely, there's not too much land in the city down there, as we all know. So yeah, anywhere we found would probably be 20, 30, 40 minutes outside of the city.
Right.
Just 'cause that's the type of life that we like.
Good God, it's been almost 3 hours now.
Yes. 21 more to go.
My forearm it's doubled in size just sitting here talking to you guys.
Yeah. You getting pump from talking?
Does anybody know roughly what Isai's weighing right now? Because I know he was going up in weight.
I think he's around 220. Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah. Funny. So in the chat we have Ed Bedrosian. Okay, he says, yeah, the second in Worlds was 2019 for David. In 2022, he got bronze both hands.
Okay, third place last year.
And he said he just checked with him. Yeah, I think Ed's his teammate. He also said either way, he thinks it's a beast of a call out. Respect you. And anybody that's watching this, check in the description section of this for Ed's info. I believe we have his Instagram link on there. He is the best photographer in arm wrestling, and nobody's really covering photography. So if you're an athlete and you want some like good shots, good action shots or something like that, talk to him. If you're a promoter and you want a good photographer out there for your events, talk to him. And he also says Mika did actually start at 178. I think I remember that. Mika was in my one of my 2 amateur tournaments. He was in UAL 2019 maybe, or 2020. And yeah, he was just a skinny little guy like me, but we never saw each other in the brackets. It was weird. Benji is saying, I don't understand your code, or he says something late. Oh, that's part of your name. Later. Dawn, come deep sea fish with me and my buddies. Ben
Absolutely.
says.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'll eat the fish. Get some wild caught tuna out there. I love some bluefin.
I'm actually going halibut fishing Saturday.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Yes. My wife tells me, she says, I can always go fishing for halibut.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame her. The best fish and chips in the world.
Yeah.
Halibut, for sure.
Good.
Ed says, thanks for the shout out, brother. Ben says, does Ed do glamour shots? Yeah, I bet he'll do your 8x10, you know, gets you out there and yeah. Let's see. And Ed says, Benji, I will do boudoir. What is that? Boudoir? Is that French or something? Shots just for you. Let's see. Okay. Well, guys, I think it's been a night. Yes, sir. We ready to get those arms up?
Salute.
Let me out angle you. Let me work on this a little bit. No, that's not working. No. All right. You guys are all stronger. All right. Have a good night.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks, everyone in the chat.